here is big, and it's closer than you think. It's not a tournament. It's what you don't see on TV. The cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the bike. Watch it live on the web or play it if you dare at the Bicycle Casino right here in Los Angeles.
Hello everybody and welcome to Live at the Bike, brought to you by the Bicycle Casino in Bell Gardens, California, the first and only webcast of real action cash game poker. My name is Bart Hanson, and tonight we are going to be doing our $200 maximum buy-in restricted no limit hold'em game. For those of you that have not watched the show before, the yellow chips are $5 chips, and the blue chips are $1 chips. Normally we will not see purple chips in this game, but if we do, they are $25 chips. Usually people will stack their chips in 20 chip denominations, so a stack equals about $100, and a rack is $500. Let's go around and introduce the table. In seat 1, we have Travis. In seat 2, we have William. Seat 3 is Mike. Seat 4, we have Sean. Seat 5 is Dallas. Seat 6 is Raymond. That's Fat Boy, a.k.a. Fat Boy. Seat 7 is Sun Ho. Seat 8 is Antonio. And Seat 9 is Rafe, I believe. Rafe. And I think that we've seen some of the usual characters on this show before, as we get a dealer change here. Hope you guys enjoyed Warren Carp being on the show last night for the first hour. We have something very, very interesting and very, very exciting in the works for Thursday night, I believe. Get more into it in depth later on as we go on the show, but it's going to be a big game, and possibly not a cash game, kind of like a one-table shootout type format for some big, big money with some big, big hitters in there. So it looks like everybody's folded around to the cutoff, where Travis is limped in with a Queen-6 offsuit. Looks like Williams also limped in with a 5-7 offsuit. C3 out of the small blind, he's going to raise it up to 30 with Ace-6 offsuit. Possibly feeling the people in late position are a little bit weak there, and he's going to take it down. Of course, I'd like to welcome all those people on 2+2 and some of the other internet forums that people will post live comments to. I've actually made a post up on 2+2. I'm going to try something different. Every show that I commentate, I'd like to kind of make a talk back or conclusion post where I answer some of the questions that I might not have been able to answer in the show, and maybe get into some of the hand analysis. I think some of the common theme and some of the constructive criticism that's been given about the show is that sometimes the analysis tends to spill over, and you don't get to see the action in the next hand. So we're going to try to reduce that a little bit. And anytime I'm not able to continue to that, that's where that's going to be in that conclusion post. So we're going to see a straddle here by Fat Boy in seat 6. Straddle, of course, is a forced bet. He's going to have the option when it comes back around. He's going to straddle it to $10.
Can I take it back? Yes.
Whatever you don't want. Whatever makes you happy. There you go. What about you?
I think you're going to raise.
How much?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be in there.
So it looks like we got a couple of callers here. A couple of suited aces. And look at this. It looks like Fat Boy out of the straddle. He's going to raise to $35. And possibly, thinking that some of the limpers are a little bit weak, Yana Zelkovich has entered the booth. Hi, Bart. How are you doing, Yana?
I'm good, thanks.
So Fat Boy's raised to $30 out of the straddle. And it looks like William here in seat 2 is going to call with a King-9 suited. And it looks like we're going to see a couple of calls. Button's going to call with an ace-5 suited. And C4 is going to call with pocket threes. So we already have about a $130 pot right now. Four-way action. Got a 4-10 deuce flop. And look at this, Fat Boy's flop, top pair right off the bat. Nothing like trying to make a steal raise out of one of the blinds. In that case, the straddle and flopping top pair. And he's going to lead. Looks like 60, about half the size of the pot. The Button's going to call with a gut shot wheel draw. Ace-5, got the backdoor flush draw as well. Pocket threes is going to muck. So we're heads up here. Pot's about $250. Turns of 5, that's going to give seat 3 a pair now as well.
Go ahead.
Look at this, Fat Boy's going to check. Let's see what the Button does here. He has position. And he's going to bet. Again, it's a $250 pot right now.
90.
Looks like he's betting $90. Fat Boy's going to call, so he must think that his 10 is good right now.
You got
So
about 100 left?
it's about a $430 pot right now. Let's see the river. River's an ace, and that's going to give seat number 3 aces up, aces and 5s.
What is it, dealer?
I don't think Fat Boy can call now through the ace.
Looks like he's going all in. Again, the pot was $430 before this street. Looks like he's betting about 100, so it's a $530 pot now. The pot's almost laying Fat Boy about 5 to 1. He only has to call 100. It's a $500 in the pot. 100 to call. Fat Boy had the best hand the entire way until the river.
92.
I think Fat Boy should have bet more on the flop.
He did only bet about half the size of the
Yeah.
pot, and then he did check the turn, so
Right.
let's see.
They're not playing around.
Fat Boy's definitely concerned about the ace. There's also one card to a straight out there too,
Exactly.
Yana.
Flush ready?
So if he didn't have the ace-3 to begin with, if he just had like a 3-4 or something, then picked up a draw on the turn, he now got there.
You're right. There really isn't a lot that Fat Boy can beat right now.
Exactly. Even a
guess my
10 with a
kicker's
better
no good.
kicker. See, that's what he's considering right now. That I think if he bets pot on the flop, he doesn't get called.
That's a nice pot.
All right, lay down my 10.
That's a great laydown.
Yeah.
It's a great laydown. T3 did get a little bit lucky. It was quite a bet to call there on the flop. I mean, it was only $60, and it seemed like it was only about half the size, so maybe he figured he could take one off to hit his 4-outer, and he had an overcard.
Yeah, he had a backdoor spade draw, which is what, 1 out. He had 3 aces, which were good. That's 4. He had a gut shot, so that's 8.
Yeah. So he probably had the correct odds to take one
Yeah.
off there in position.
I think Fat Boy should bet pot.
So he takes down about a $500 pot. That's Mike in seat number 3.
There's only 8.
I mean, he was sure that his 9-10 was good on the flop, so, I mean, he definitely bet aggressively.
Nothing.
Find out later. Is it on?
Please, all of you out there, visit the archives. You can go to www.thebike.com. Click on the right-hand side of your screen, the on-demand button, and you can get all the archives of all the saved shows that we've webcast for $14.95 a month, plus the instructional DVD by Howard Lederer. I think it's a great instructional learning tool, especially if you're one of the players that comes down and plays in this game.
Draw. I'll come.
Looks like we got a limped pot 4-way action.
Go ahead.
Antonio's got the best hand there with 9-jack. And it gets checked around here, Yana. Now he's picked up trips on the turn.
Go ahead.
That's seat 8. Now he's going to bet.
Bet 30s.
Bet about the size of the pot.
I don't think anyone calls here. There's no money in there.
Seat 5's got 6s right now. And he's going to muck.
Wow, he made it look like it was such a tough laydown.
Careful with the best hand.
Now, this game, it is a $200 maximum buy-in game, but we start the games several hours before the show so that we can get the chip stacks a little bit deeper. Starting right off cold crisp with a 200 game is a little bit of a shoving match sometimes.
Right.
I think we get to see a little bit more play here. Seems like everyone really enjoyed the Bombshell Model Pokertropolis Girl show on Thursday, the $100 no limit game. I have to say it was one of the tightest 100 games I've ever seen.
What was it?
It was a $100 no limit game that we've never done on the show before.
Oh, okay.
And we had some of the Pokertropolis models on the show.
Oh, okay.
Tiger.
Race 25.
You know, I got some comments, you know, after the fact that, well, the girls really, they weren't all that good. But I got to be honest with you, they were as good as any $100 players that I would ever normally play with. I mean, $100 is it's a beginner game, and some of them
I don't know how to play that game, to tell you the truth. I don't know how to protect my hand.
Some of them are pretty good. Seat 1 here has got pocket kings. Looks like he had raised to 20, and he's going to get called in several spots. It's four-way action, about an $85 pot right now.
Oh,
Well, there's the guy with ace-king,
yeah.
This by a mile.
Poor guy with king.
and he checks his ace-king. And look at this, king's checks as
Yeah,
well.
he's got to be concerned.
King's checked, seat 3 with the ace-king. He's going to bet huge. Going to bet about $100. Seat 8's got a flush draw here.
Backdoor straight to.
This is silent.
I'm reading.
I don't think king's call.
You're not supposed to
Disgusted.
talk on the phone.
You might think that the guy might be trying to steal here in position when you check. But ace-king definitely does have the best hand. And he pretty much would put Travis in seat 1 almost all in here.
You don't want to lose to a flush again.
I mean, if he calls the $100, what's going to happen after that?
He's mocking.
The dreaded ace when you've
Yeah.
got pocket kings.
They're ace magnets, I know.
I think he is going to
no.
call. And I think is he going to go back? He's just going to call here.
To make things worse, he doesn't even have the king of hearts for the backdoor redraw. The guy with ace-king has him completely dominated.
So let's see how. It looks like he's only got about $30 left, so you'd assume he's just going to push now anyways. And he is drawing to 1 out,
Yep.
the case king, and he's not going to get there.
Oh,
And what ends up being a full house, 7's full of aces, is going to take the pot down. And look at this. Mike in C3's picked up almost $800 in the first 20 minutes of the show right now.
I know, it's hard. It's so hard to put down kings there. You wait and wait and wait.
I can lay down.
220 hands later, fall in love with them, you know?
Thank you.
My hair they cut, not yours, Donna.
Hello to all of you that post up on ITS, Full Contact Poker. As the show continues to get bigger and bigger, I'm always seeing more and more forums hopping onto the Live at the Bike.
More people to give us trouble.
Oh,
Kidding.
I really do appreciate all the comments,
Makes it interesting.
questions. And as I said, I'm going to be starting something new tonight. I'm going to try to post immediately after the show up on 2+2 some of the hand analysis that we
25.
might not have been able to get into because we don't want to spill over until the action.
I'm gonna do my best, I promise.
Why are you so tight, my friend?
He is. She's so tight, and and then he says you just gets rid of the kings just like that.
Be careful, I got monster. Very monster.
Wow.
Well, Fat Boy's raised with ace-queen offsuit, and we see another ace-queen and an ace-jack, so the chances that anyone's going to hit the board here is pretty slim.
I made all this money with
Fat
kings.
Boy's in position, and he's a pretty good player, so I would assume that he's going to win this hand.
That was a nice feeling.
Well, that's going to be a
Wow.
scare card for everyone.
Everyone's gonna
I checked.
take
King,
it.
king, 6, 2 hearts.
That boy's short, he might push.
He gets checked around. Look at that. King, king, king. Now maybe the ace-queen thinks that their
Exactly.
hands are best.
That's a great card for him.
Well, seat 8's going to lead with his ace-jack right now.
40.
Seat 9's going to call, and maybe you see Fat Boy push all in here. No, he's going to muck.
After the call, I could see him pushing.
Yeah, there was an
after.
overcall
Yeah.
in between. Yep.
That's tough to do.
I got nothing.
And it gets check.
I got ace queen.
That's good.
Ace Queen's going to take it down, and Fat Boy was kind of in a hairy spot right there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he can't call the overcall right there. Even if the
the
guy's
reason
calling
I
with
call,
a
if he
6.
doesn't
I mean, mostly I put the guy on
Go
a
for an
6.
ace.
Uh-huh.
Or a pocket pair. 7.
Thank you.
I was just playing Omaha with that guy. He's pretty good.
No, I'm going to call you because I put you on.
Of course, you have to adjust
Steal the call.
what you're going to do when you have someone in between you calling,
Right.
correct?
An
Usually-
overcall is
Right.
much tougher to do.
What's called an overcall.
Yeah.
Right? Mhm.
Absolutely.
Can I have it?
And actually, I have been screwed out of some big pots by giving somebody in between a little bit too much credit, and I
Right.
meant to have made the right laydown because there's a guy in between me, and I end up having the best hand. So it's a tight spot that you can sometimes get into.
No, you might feel like you're sitting forward, though. Like tilted like this. Yeah, something wrong with the chair. What happened?
They're not even.
I don't know. Something wrong with the chair.
I love playing 2040 with Fat Boy.
I had a,
It's so
I was
much
going to raise this time. With lousy. With lousy.
We should maybe show an Omaha game on one of these telecasts once in a while.
Well, I think what part of the problem is we've tried to do some of the mixed games, and
Showing all the cards and stuff.
yeah, showing all the cards, and some people will tell me, well, why don't you guys do the ESPN-esque setup where you have a lipstick cam where you can fan the cards in front of you, and what people don't seem to understand is that we're live and they're taped, so they can fan the cards in front of the lipstick cam, but we've
Spend
got
20
someone,
minutes figuring it out.
we've got someone manually inputting the cards,
Right.
so she can't look and see everyone's cards, and once they're down on the table, well, that's it. I mean, this is really the best setup for.
They have infinite time to edit.
Yeah, this is the best setup for a webcast.
Right,
and
right.
Just happens that the camera is just 2 cards wide, so.
25.
Seat 5 is going to raise here to 25. It's got a Jack Queen offsuit.
Thank you.
Bit of a steal raise there.
Do me in, Dylan.
It looks like he's going to take it down there with that raise.
See, I don't like steal raises and no limit games with the blind. I mean, where he put in 5 times the amount of money of the blind. Or once in a while. So you're raising 25 to win 5 or 6, Where once in a while you're going to get called, and then where are you when you're dominated if you
Better
get
than
called?
ace eight of hearts, which is what I told him.
Well, I think you're definitely taking a little bit of a risk there. The blinds are 3 and 5 in this game,
So 8. So he's
Yeah.
raising 25 to win 8. I mean, still 4 times. I just think that's too much.
It's funny enough, Fat Boy's gone away from the table in seat 6, and we can see that he has ace queen. The dealer put it right in front of the window. So he had a
would've
pretty
played
good
it.
hand. Of course he would have played it. Looks like he has the best hand by far over everyone else.
Raise.
Button here is going to raise with an ace 10.
30s.
And I'm looking at all the cards, and all the aces are out. Seat 5 has an ace. Fat Boy had an ace. Seat 2 has an ace. So all the aces are dead.
Pocket 8s look like gold right now.
Seat 4's got a king jack off suit. The raise was to 30, I believe. He's going to call.
That's it. Well, that's the best way, somebody makes
1, 2, 3, 4-way action here. Again, where you're not going to see an ace on the flop. It's about $120 pot.
Pocket 8s look like gold still.
Let's see how he plays it. He's flopped a set. C3, he's checked it from up front. Button is going to bet 50 with ace 10 here.
I think he just smooth calls here. Because there's no flush draw really to worry about. He can represent a straight draw.
Question is, though, with people behind him, do you want to knock the people behind you out? He's just going to call.
Yeah, I like that actually. It's just not scary enough of a board. A board that's 8 high, nothing's really in the playing zone.
$220 pot. Now he's made 8s full of 7s
He's
now.
going to check it.
Yes, sir. Is that you? Yes, thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
And ace 10, drawing totally dead here. Turns a king.
I expect him to bet something with 8s full here.
Well, look at this. He's checking. I was going to say he's going to induce a bluff here,
Wow.
Yana. I think that card on the river is a card that you could induce a bluff
Right.
with. And I really love this play. Because if he bets out on the king, ace 10's going to muck. Now he's checked, he's induced a bluff, and now he's going to check raise.
3, 15 for emphasis.
So he's check raised the minimum, he's check raised to 65. It was a $50 bet on the button. He's made it 65 more.
That's a small checker.
You won the pot?
He's got to be
Was
one.
it last time?
Ace 10 can't call here, obviously. We know that, but
I don't know. I have a feeling he's got a 5-6.
Well, he had better than a 5-6. And look at this. Michael takes down another big pot.
Monstrosity.
What? Yeah.
Set of 8s.
Now, obviously,
Okay, I know
Jan,
something you got big one day.
obviously, if a non-scary card like a deuce came on the river, he would have bet
would
there.
have bet,
But
absolutely.
the checking there to induce the bluff, it worked, and it was a great move. I mean, he could have done the same thing with an ace.
5-6 would have been much
Right.
better.
We knew that all the aces were
Right.
dead, though.
well, I don't know. The thing is, if you caught the king, if you put the guy on ace king, and you bet out into the king, then you might induce even him to raise you or something. I just like to get some money in
That's why I
there.
bet the 50.
See, now he's lying to his king. He just got the right guy. I think he made a good play against the right player.
Of course, those of you that are familiar with my style, I would have played that hand totally different, but I will not go into that right now.
Option.
C3 is on a rampage. He's
Yes,
up
he
like
is.
1,200. Easy.
Yeah, I think he's won over 1,000 in the first
Yeah.
30 minutes. This pot's been limped around.
I'll check.
9-6 queen, 2 clubs on the board.
5 plates.
Power poker.
No one has anything.
And I'm just going to lead with the 5s, which looks to be the
Best
best
hand.
hand right now.
Play really well. Well, the queen was a good card on the turn because he knew no one had top pair in the flop. Someone would have bet it.
Pocket queens.
Did you have a pocket pair? Go all in, no look. One person goes.
He's playing really well too. I'd like to commend C3.
One person goes. Anybody goes.
Live status.
What if I raise?
Fat Boy's going to live straddle.
You want to gamble with me?
Looks like it.
Good. I don't care.
And C3,
I'm not,
Michael,
I'm not
he's
gonna look
really
like
on a
that. If
rampage. He's got
someone
pocket
plays,
aces
I'm
this
gonna
hand
Oh,
on the button.
it's perfect. You know, nice when things work out.
He's hot right now.
Since you said that, I'm going to call you.
So let's see how much he's going to raise it up to here. I hope he doesn't get cute and do something like a call.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
There you go. No, he's good. He knows he doesn't want to take it 6-way.
Raise 75.
100.
And it's
I got
perfect.
100. I got 100.
It's just such perfect
I
timing
know,
because he's on the
I'm counting my
button
chips.
and the guy blind straddled and it looks like he's just stealing the line.
Looks like he's stealing the wins.
Absolutely.
He's been on hot streak. And look at this, Fat Boy's going to call.
Look, it's
With
only
King 6 offsuit.
Wow.
Wow. And he's all in, actually.
Yeah.
Fat Boy's all in. So he thinks his King High is good, and he's in huge trouble.
Wow.
Full house draw.
You raise.
And one of the advantages to being on a hot streak, being in position, and picking up a huge hand. Over-betting it, it's actually a good strategy.
No, that's
Oh,
it.
you want to keep your four.
And pocket
You want
aces
this for two? If you want
is way
it,
out
okay.
ahead here.
This would be a vicious beat.
To show the flop is not over yet.
Let's see.
It's over.
Oh, the betting's over.
Well, look
I
at
think I
this.
have
He
some
has a
of that.
gut shot to a
Gotcha.
straight.
And backdoor
Oh, I got my
diamonds.
queen.
You got some of that?
Doesn't get there.
He's got
You got some of that.
Shit.
So it looks like he's going to pick up another $200 pot, Michael, in C3.
Nice hand. I told you I'm going to go all in.
It looked like maybe Fat Boy just wanted to gamble it up that hand.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And-
That was a great flop for him. As good as he could count.
And to explain why he might do that, why don't you explain to some of the listeners about the structural procedure you use with rebuys at this game?
Just draw.
Oh, that if he goes below 100, he could rebuy to the full 200.
Right. Well, basically what it is if you go below 100, you can bring it back up to 300. So he was at about 112 right now.
Oh, I thought it was that you could buy another 200 if you're below 50.
No.
Oh, okay. You can bring
Once you
up
go
to
once you
300.
go below 100,
Right.
you can bring it up to 300, and that's what he was really trying to do.
Sorry.
So that's why he did that. That was another reason he wasn't just playing like a maniac. He was trying to gamble.
Well, I don't know
up.
if it's worth $75 to rebuy to 300.
I don't either, but so he's got 300 on the table there now.
Right, right.
Seat 8 has raised to 30. He's got an ace-king
I think you lost all
suited.
your money on the first 10 you sat down here. Yeah.
Seat 9 is called with the suited connector 5-6 of clubs. And he's in trouble if clubs come.
Wow.
3 players.
Three-way action here.
C3 with king 10 off. Marginal.
8-9 queen. King 10 has a gut shot straight draw. Ace king is still in the lead here.
Nuts, though.
Seat 8 is going to lead.
Mid 30.
He's going to bet $30.
That's a small bet. He's going to call.
King 10 is going to call. And look at this. 5-6 is calling to the gut shot for 7. And he got there. Let's see how he plays it. There's about $180 in the pot right now.
Gotta bet something.
And
Can't give a free card here just in case.
Actually, you know what? It's seat 9 here who's made the straight. So ace king is first to bet, and he had checked the flop.
Check? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm waiting.
So we're looking at the guy that has the made straight here.
Sorry.
He's going to bet.
150.
He's going to bet 150. Now, he had led on the flop
150.
just with his gut shot. And It's
Right.
nice to catch that on the turn. And I don't think that ace king can call here.
No.
Seat 9's going to take down a nice little pot. About
He's showing it.
$180 pot.
Yeah, the aces. It's no good.
Pretty aggressive play with 5-6. I think I had said that ace king had led on the flop, but 5-6 had led on the flop.
It's straight.
Thank you.
I just got past a card from Denny Williams, of course the tournament director here, Bicycle Casino. Our Stars and Stripes event tonight, which was a $200 no-limit hold'em with multi-rebuys, had 305 players, 418 rebuys.
Wow.
Total prize pool was $144,600 with a $54,000, $225
First place pair.
first place. So
Wow,
it's not bad.
that's huge. 418 rebuys. There's a lot of money in that room right now.
Big prize pool.
Sit open here.
Of course, Stars and Stripes has been going on in the last few weeks. This was one of our big events. This was the $75,000 guarantee. Getting
Wait,
almost double guarantee.
that. We blew that out of the water.
Let's limped around here. Ace, ace, king.
I was going to start screaming jackpot.
Someone does have an 8, so it's seat 2 here. Turns a 4. And he's going to lead for 10, and he's not going to get any callers.
If he got any callers, he'd be beat.
You know, it's funny, Yana. I was playing in a 10-20 game earlier today, and I had pocket jacks.
Sit open on 4,
The flop
please.
was ace, ace, 7. It got checked around. There was three-way action.
Fine with me. You can ask.
Turn card was a blank. Now, I put the guy in the up-front position on an ace. I thought he was sandbagging. I didn't
It's
even
okay with me.
recognize the fact that we could have had a jackpot. I should have called the turn to hit his one outer, and we would have had a jackpot. I don't play in a lot of jackpot games.
Yeah.
So sometimes that can affect the play at this table. You might actually play it a little bit unorthodox to try to spike an ace if someone had a pocket pair above 10s.
You just need to make sure you have the kicker. Like in that hand with ace 4, his kicker wouldn't have played, so
Right.
there's no possibility.
Happened to have the guy on that hand with me had ace queen.
In my 10-20 game last week, I raised my kings. Flop came down ace ace. I had 3 call ace ace ace. We flopped the jackpot hand. Nobody had an ace.
I did.
That's a bad beat for 60 grand right there.
Well, I did muck on the turn, and I'm glad that ace didn't come on the river because I would have
No.
killed myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fat Boy's going to raise here from the button. He's got king jack offsuit.
He's in. I cannot beat you. You're too tough, my friend.
I'm gonna chase you.
Chase, I mean, you
He's
got
going to get a few callers. Four-way action.
Wow.
ABC dealer.
ABC is a Omaha reference for those of you.
I need one more. Give them a free card.
Seat 4 has checked the ace from up front, and Fat Boy checks on the button. And now Seat 4 is going to lead.
20s.
Wow, that's a very, very small bet into a pot
All
that's
right.
about... It's about a $90 pot, and maybe
Need
Fat
one
Boy
more?
figures he
Got
can
that
try to
ready?
take off for his gut shot. River's a king. It's not going to help. See what ace-10 does here.
2 sit open on 4, please.
Look like ace-10 checked there, Yana. And
Wow.
Fat Boy's going to bet
40.
$40. I'm sure he's going to get a call.
King.
Ace good.
Sean from seat 4 is going to take it down.
Oh, I need the 10.
See, I guess I don't know if he checked the river because he was afraid of 2 pair, but if you give him ace, king, ace, queen, then you shouldn't bet the turn.
Oops, sorry.
Well, Fat Boy did check the flop, too,
Right.
with that ace out there.
So maybe he gives him king, queen. Is maybe what he's right about.
Thank you. Small blind, big blind. Please.
Tomorrow during the day at 4:15, the tournaments here start at 4:15 on the weekends. We have a $200 limit hold'em. Wednesday at 7:15, it's a $300 no limit hold'em with no rebuys. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Then of course we have our main event next Saturday, a week from today, at 4:15. $300 no limit hold'em, multi rebuy,
Just got knocked out
100,000.
I was thinking of playing the one on my birthday, but
2 hours ago.
I think I might go to Disneyland instead.
Kings against 10.
Raise.
10 river.
20s.
Some shit like that.
So what are the rules? You gotta have your cards.
Yeah, just like that. Just like. If you're in a hand, you want to play. If you don't,
Just see some.
simple as that.
Looks like seats. The button has raised here with pocket eights, raised it up to 20. Three-way action.
They're not going to start a 5. Tim, are they going to
Great
start a
flop
5?
for him.
2, 5, 6.
That's the next game. Pretty quick. Are you sure? How many people on the board already?
Great flop for eights.
We're getting a couple of new players
They're not
coming
gonna
into the
start? I
game.
wanna play.
$60 pot. He's going to bet $45 into it with pocket eights,
He should take it here.
Life or death.
and he does.
I got a
Just right
form.
here.
Gotta fill out a form.
It's painless.
Thank you.
These aren't the easiest chips in the world.
Last
to
Friday I
shuffle
finished
out.
8th.
What's your name?
I'm Bill.
Bill, I'm Dallas. These aren't the easiest chips to shuffle.
Thursday night we have a $225 no limit hold'em tournament.
100% clay chips.
It's a headhunter no limit tournament. And the extra $25 is to put a bounty on each player, and when you knock out someone, you collect the bounties, and you end up cashing them in at the end of the tournament
30 tables. I
Um,
know that.
for money.
You want to be on? There you go.
Raise. 30s.
Seat 8 is going to raise here. He's got pocket queens. He's going to raise it up to $30.
That's the most you can buy in, right?
200.
Why so many people have so many chips? Been here for a
You
while.
would have called out.
And I don't think he's going to get any action here.
The new player was really cute. He sat down and he goes, "Isn't 200 the most you can buy in for?" And they said, "Yes." He goes, "Well, why do all those people have so many chips?" Very cute. He was genuinely concerned.
That's, it wouldn't matter where position. What is that?
Fat Boy's moved over to seat 8. Seat 6 is now Steve, and we'll get a name on seat 9.
Here to have fun.
And Tim the floor man brings us in seat 9's name.
Hello to his family in Michigan again.
Looks like it's Ben. Ben in seat 9.
So where do they broadcast this? On the internet?
No.
I think I'll make it.
And the pot is limped around here.
5
Five-way action. Got a 9, 10, 5, 2 spades on the board.
20s.
Ben out of seat 9. We can only see one of his cards, and it's a 7.
You beat Jack 10?
Seat 8 in there. Is he suited or no? No.
On that
Well-
flop, yeah.
He took the pot down. We could only see the 7 of hearts.
Here.
And Jack 10.
And as he is new to this table, he's probably not quite acclimated with the fact that you must spread the cards in front of the camera and leave them open.
I'm going to go run out and tell him.
Thank you.
Mike seems like he's pretty comfortable there on seat 3, leaning back. Maybe after this hand, we might be able to take a quick look at his chips and see how much
When you
we
put
think
them
he
on
has.
just open them sideways, kind of like that, and just leave them like that. You can put something on if you like, or if not. And feel free.
Tim is the nicest floor man. We love him.
C2 is raised to $20 here.
What happens when they say
That's
you look
William
too
and
many
C2. He's got
times?
pocket queens.
When they say you keep looking too many times, you know what they say? But your hand's no good no more. Why you have to look so many times? One time,
He's not limp with king 4
That's
offsuit.
too obvious. You're smarter
you
than
got a trouble in your
And
hand,
a
right?
couple of callers, yeah.
that. You're not gonna
Wow, nice flop.
Ace Queen 7. So we've got a set of queens here for seat 2. And he's going to check behind the flop.
3 planes.
Turns a king. That's going to give seat 9 a king. 6-8 checks. Seat 9 checks.
25.
And the seat 2 puts in a meager bet of about $25.
He gets called.
Going to get the king to call him.
Wow.
River's a 5. About $110 pot right now.
50.
He's going to bet about half the size of the pot.
40?
50.
Looks
Wow,
like this
he's
guy's
gonna
going to call.
Can you give me a laptop?
Well, I mean, the guy did check the flop that was the original raiser, and that usually wouldn't indicate that he had an ace, and he doesn't have an ace. He's got a set of queens,
That always
but
scares me. In limit and in no limit. Pre-flop razor,
7 no good?
when 2 face cards hit,
doesn't bet.
when he doesn't bet, I mean, the only thing you can give him is either jacks or a set. There's nothing else in between. Even kings he'd bet out. I think.
Where's most of them? Most often.
What about the flop? A7 no good on the flop?
So who won the 5?
I think that's an example where, I talk about slow playing sets, where you might check from behind there if you're in a 500 game,
Right.
because someone might make a move at you on another street. But in this game, usually you're not going to see players that are capable of doing that, and we didn't see anyone really
Right.
to do that.
Here you bet and hope someone calls you with the ace.
Right, right.
I agree. I completely agree.
Or with, I don't even remember what the other card was, 6 or 7, or with
Yeah.
a 7.
I don't think they'll call with a 7.
Well, in this game,
Well, the
that's,
king
that's
4
why you bet.
surprised me.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
2 planes.
Pocket 10s here for seat
2
8.
planes.
Seat 2's got an ace jack offsuit. 5 queen
What?
queen.
I need one more.
Looks like it's going to get checked around here.
That's the
That
one.
was
I need.
actually a good flop for 10s. I'm surprised he didn't bet.
Now he's going to bet. He's got the 10 of spades in his hand, too. He's going to bet $50.
Okay. You can put me all in now.
I don't think this guy called.
Looks like he's going to mock an ace.
Maybe if you have the ace of spades, he'd feel this one.
Thank you. I don't have a queen, I tell you.
See, when you have a pocket pair like that, like 10s,
Ace jack.
and a paired board comes up, that's actually really good for your hand. There are only 2 cards left in the deck that really beat you.
And the rabbit cam showed us the
2 of clubs.
2 of clubs.
You don't lie, right?
Light shadows.
All the time.
Oh, you can live shadow?
That's my middle name.
And if you raise him, he goes all in with aces. Every time.
Of course, everyone can play for free at www.thebike.com, powered by Pokertropolis. We have 3 weekly free rolls for hundreds of dollars, and there is no entry fee. It is
Just
a
like
true
earlier,
free
last time I
site.
didn't look? Is that what you're trying to say?
My mom sits on that thing
Something like
all day.
Oh, okay.
Plays for free.
If I look
Yeah,
at
they
one
have
hand,
some like
if I
99-cent tournaments or something. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Anytime.
Option.
Oh! Time.
So we got 5-way action here.
All right, let's make it 45.
And Fat Boy, we see him make this play a lot. He was the live straddler, Yana, so he was kind of the second big blind, and he's going to raise, trying to pick up the limpers. He's going to raise to 45. He's got ace jack off suit.
Shut up.
I think seat 7 here, Paul.
Maybe if he thinks he's got the best hand with ace
Yeah.
jack, why not do that?
All
It's
in?
got about $40.
Look,
Look at
seat
this.
7.
Eights is going to go all in.
I
This is
knew.
not WPT. You know that, right?
Yeah, if you're on TV, you gotta.
Well, I think Fat Boy got caught here a little bit. I don't think there's
Yeah.
any way that he can call with ace jack off
It's a
suit.
coin flip, but you can't know that. I like the all-in.
You don't have to get nervous.
I expected a raise. I didn't expect the all-in.
The only thing that Fat Boy might feel, he might think here
Look,
is
he's
that
pushing the drama.
It's funny. There's a camera on people, and they start becoming. This is the internet now.
you got to remember, Pocket Eights was the original big blind, and he didn't raise. He let Fat Boy raise first, and now he's going to go all in. So that's a little bit strange. I mean, you didn't think that Jack 5 offsuit is going to call in.
I didn't think Jack 5 offsuit was going to limp, but I'm wrong.
People see
So
it.
your bluff, you get this.
I'll toss in a bucket. I'll toss in a bucket.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that is Sun Ho,
It's a great move.
seat 7.
Staddles. You want to do it, right?
By
you don't have
accident.
to. You
I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah.
To what?
Blind straddle.
Staddles.
That's the purpose he left the chip out there.
Another strap.
Come on, Dylan.
Staddles.
He was born yesterday, right? You can straddle.
Seat 2 has got Pocket Kings, William in seat 2.
Okay.
And once again, a live straddle.
Live straddle from seat 1. Seat 9, excuse me.
This would be great.
Seat 1's got Pocket 9, so he's limped in.
Let's see what he raises to.
50.
Not
It's
good.
a good raise.
It's a big raise in this game.
Well, there's already
Must be ace jack, huh?
28 in the pot. 10, 20.
Suited. You want me to call you?
Seat 8's got
Not really.
Fat Boy's got Pocket 8s here.
I think he calls.
I love that
I
question.
think Fat Boy thinks he calls.
I'll
And,
give you donation.
Pocket 2's in seat 9. He's
You
a
want me to call you?
straddler. Now, he has nowhere near the amount of money to call here with Pocket 2s,
I
but he
give you
calls
donation.
anyways.
Oh, yeah, no implied odds for a set at all.
Oh.
It's a friendly table.
Can I get a cocktail with your trip?
And seat 9, and seat
should
1 with
call.
Pocket 9s,
Food. That can't really happen.
Oh,
Come on, Ace K. What are you waiting for?
he's going to mock. Got to figure how much, of
All
course.
right, put
It'll
out
cost him
ABC
$40
out there,
more.
3 planes.
So three-way action,
Let's see the
40
front
into
card, right?
160
I'm gonna go
though.
all-
4, 3, 7. And I don't know if 9s would have been able to get away with this. I don't know if Fat Boy's going to get him able to away. Fat Boy checks the 8s. The deuces go all
Ace
in.
King all in?
I think Fat Boy really thinks he's got the best hand
I
right
do
now.
too. He's talking a lot. He's very confident.
And now Kings goes all in. So I think Fat Boy can get away from this hand.
Yeah.
He should get away.
He's thinking.
Like they do on TV.
Push like that.
So you've got a bet and an all-in.
Can't overcall here for 200.
That good, huh?
Again, this is like one of these types of flops where if I've got 7s, I like to bet in so that someone can go over the top of me with Kings.
Queen, don't you? Let's see him. Let's see him.
Turns a Jack. Rivers a
Flush.
Queen. Pocket Kings is going to take
that
it
pair
down.
you win.
No show, no win.
Of course you
No,
got
no.
a pair.
Oh yeah, that's
Deuces.
pair you win.
Is that all you got? I knew my ace jack's no good.
Seems like seat 9's quite the live one here so far.
I knew my ace jack no good.
So I can buy in 300 now.
Yeah.
Buy him three.
Seat 9, yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen
Fun times at the bike.
300 beyond C9.
And he's going to rebuy up to 300. Again, when you go under 100, you can bring it up to 300, or if you go down to the
I
felt.
didn't know
bring
that
it up
rule.
to
I thought
300.
if you're under 50, you can buy in for another 200 to bring you up to 250. I didn't know you can bring it up to 3.
Doing the playoffs?
No. One more.
What?
Huh?
How come?
How come? You asked me, I asked who?
Who's the button? Is this the button?
I'm a small.
You're small. Okay. It's 3 and 5.
they cut her on the turn.
Anybody else cocktails?
Can I get a double shot of Hennessy? Hennessy?
Oh, boy. So, double shot of Hennessy from seat 9 is ordering one.
The live one's getting liver.
I was never much one for cognac. Seat 6 is going to raise. He's got,
Raise to 30.
looks to be 7-8 offsuit.
Wow.
Seat 9's going to call with the Queen 7 offsuit. And it's going to be heads up. Seat 9's ahead. He's out of position now. $60 pot.
Okay.
No one's got
Total
any.
miss.
7-8 offsuit is going to take it down.
Very good. Winner.
This is the first hand we've seen him play, so I think he got a little respect.
Him. To me, yeah.
C9 seems to have has been playing a lot of hands.
I think so. He got the King Kong.
Got a comment from Arvin here on 2+2. I'm going to Vegas for a week and playing some limit cash games and a few of the smaller tournaments. Any useful tips besides no drinking and playing stupid? Thanks. Well, thank you for the comment, Arvin.
Yeah, here's a tip. Play the 30-60 game with the Bellagio.
Well, I don't know if that's a small game.
He said small tournament. Oh, small stakes, no limit.
Anywhere you're from, I think that 30-60 is a pretty big game. You got 10-8-4 offsuit. 10-8-4 rainbow.
6-7 is double gutted.
Three players.
Seat 6 is going to lead. Going to actually call with the ace-queen. Seat 4 led with a 9-10. 9-10 has a straight draw now.
And the pair. That's a monster hand.
Looks like he bet about $25. Ace-queen's got a gut shot. Gut shot to the king. Seat 9 is still in there. It's very, very difficult sometimes to figure those double gutters out.
Yeah.
And when you look at that 6-7.
7, exactly. Does he know he has it? I think
Look at
he
this,
does.
ace-queen's going to call.
6-7's got to know because he keeps them.
River's a queen. That's going to give 9-10 the straight. It's going to give ace-queen top pair. Now it's a one-card straight. He's going to bet 20, so he's not going to overbet.
Okay, 5.
Well, ace-queen really shouldn't have
Bet in the
there.
hand on the flop.
Yeah.
No. Well, he was in position,
Yeah.
so he might have been calling to see what happened on the turn.
Back to Arvin's question, Arvin, other than 30 game, I guess I didn't realize you were playing smaller games. What I'd say to you in the small games, and I'm going to get a lot of shit for saying this, but play tighter than you think you need to, because the rake is proportionally so high if you're playing a 3-6 or a 4-8 game. Just play really tight. You're going to have to show down the best hand most of the time anyway. And that's the best advice I could give you in any small limit hold'em game.
Anytime anyone asks me about advice, especially when it comes to Texas Hold'em, is I say, don't play any hands from early position and play your hands, I'm serious, from late position. Really take into account position, which a lot of beginners do not take into account position. Really is the most important part about poker.
The 2+2 can make more fun of me now, but I'm like king-queen suited now in early position regularly and ace-queen all the time. I hate those hands.
The water's so warm.
I don't even play those hands in early position anymore.
Looks like there's a raise here.
Hey, can I have my car back?
Few callers. $20 raise. Four-way action. Ace, 3, king.
Scary board for everyone.
And
Oh, set
pocket
of threes.
threes
I'm sorry.
is set of threes, seat 2. Let's see how he plays it.
There are 2 hearts on the board, so he's got to put something in.
He checked it, looks like.
60.
Seat 5 is going to try to fire 60 in with queen 9. He's in big trouble.
Total bluff.
Now, I'm absolutely betting in with a set of threes with that
Yeah.
board from up front. And look at this. He check raises them all in. And queen 9 is going to quickly muck, I'm sure. And he made about $50 or $60 there, but a lot of times in this game, you're not going to see somebody fire in
Right, with
that
a
board
total
with queen
bluff.
9. Again, that's why I like to bet.
The problem is, in
200.
any other game, since nobody had anything that we saw, you give a free card. Now the turn is a heart. Now where are you? You know.
Well, then if you bet into it, then somebody puts you on a flush, and you don't get
Exactly.
any callers anyways.
And you only get called.
Flopping a low set with an ace-king out there from up front,
Right.
I really think that's a time where you can make a lot of money by betting the flop.
Is that a raise to 15?
Yeah, it looked like Fat Boy raised to 15 out of seat 8.
That's a meaningless raise after 4 limpers.
Queen 8 offsuit, it looks like he has.
See, I don't see the point of that raise because he's not going to take down
I got everybody in.
the dead money.
I built puck for you. Oh, shit.
There it is. There it is.
Gonna do so many
There it
things.
is.
Seat 6 here with ace 5 offsuit.
What you guys done?
He's going to go all in. Looks like maybe for another $90 or so. And he
Great
might take
move.
this whole thing down, and he
Great
is.
move.
He's going to take it down.
The only
Now,
thing
Queen Jack suited could be a hand that you'd like to play, but you won't want to necessarily play that heads up.
not for $100 heads up, the free roll.
Oh, he's got me beat now.
But he's going to call, though. It looks like he's going to call. Again, I don't want to play this hand heads up against a guy that's all in.
No, because ace high most of the time is going to hold up.
Yep.
Even if you know he only has ace high.
Now, if you're in position, you got a guy at race to 30 and you got 6 callers in
Right.
between, then of course you call. Or even 40 or 50, depending on the amount of money you have.
Or even if this guy had more money behind him.
Right.
You know?
There are no implied odds when someone's
Zero.
all in.
I don't have much. Just wanted to see a flop. All right.
Well, it's a smart
Nice
laydown.
I like the move. The only thing that, I mean, that's why I didn't understand the raise by Bad Boy, because really all he did was put more money in there to reintroduce the betting to somebody else.
No, I would have called it.
He had to do that with his ace king, actually, frequently. I limp with ace king, and if somebody pushes behind me, I'll just push all in. Because you're never that far behind with ace king, really. Even if he has queen.
Give me an Angela.
All right.
C3 still sitting pretty on $1,200.
Four players.
4-way action here. 7-10 deuce. 2 clubs. 6-9 has a gut shot. Ace-10 is flop top pair, and we've got someone in there with pocket 9s. Pocket 9s is going to fire 40.
Ace 10 just flat calls.
Now at that point, with just a little bit of chips left, I might push all in with ace 10.
Doesn't have anything. Maybe knock out the draws to straighten the first draws
Right.
behind him.
Seat 6 is thinking, no, he's going to muck. He doesn't have the odds to take off for his gut shot. So it's 2-way action here.
And he would have hit it on the turn.
That's unbelievable.
Perfect
That's going to give
card.
9s an open-ended straight draw as well
Yeah.
as a pair.
Ace 10 all in.
And ace 10 is all in, and he calls. So maybe another 100. Looking at around a $300 pot right here.
Club.
That's a 7. Ace 10's going to take. Ace 10's going to take it down. 9's missed a straight. And look at seat 6.
It's disgusting.
He's not happy.
That's why with ace 10, exactly what you said. I'd like to put in all the money.
Mine's good, small and big.
With 2 cards to come, you're much more in favor. On the turn now, the guy picked up more outs.
Yeah, big one.
Well, if you look at seat 6 and then you look at seat 7, seat 7 was the betting. Now, if I'm seat 6 and I have as much money as the guy next to me, then I can make that call for my gut shot and possibly, win a bunch of money. But he doesn't have enough money in front of him. No limit holding, you really have to pay attention to your chip stack and other people's chip stacks.
Somebody gonna snap it?
Kashi says, and I think
Little bit small monster.
that was correct, that the
Yeah.
99-cent tourneys are on Pokertropolis.
Sorry, thank you for correcting me.
The bike online is totally free. It's a true free site.
Well, she sits
Can't be
on
shy
both of
about
them.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
If it was possible to donate on a free site, my mom would. Thank you for correcting me, Kashi.
Seat 6 is going to
He'll
raise.
all in.
That's what he said.
No, he just said I'm going to raise.
All in.
All in.
And he's going to go all in.
This is the partner job.
I told you.
Looks like we had a couple of $15 limpers in front of him. Someone raised it to 15.
I fell for it.
10%.
Him and I are working the table.
Cool.
And I don't think he's going to get any callers here. Pocket 9s is going to take it down. It's another pretty strong move. And Pocket 9s is it's a pretty good hand. I like the move to force yourself all in. And again, that guy is in a situation where he's right around that rebuy stack, and people that are new to restricted games figure out what the rebuy rules are, because you can gamble it up if you've got $105, right?
No look.
Especially if you like to play with the maximum amount of chips you're allowed to play with.
Right.
Big blind, bud.
Yes, sir. On big blind?
Yes.
And he's the big blind, and he's picked up big slick suited. He's got ace king suited. Here Fat Boy's going to bring it in for one of these mini raises, and like you pointed out, it kind of opens it up to a big re-raise.
If somebody goes all in on
See,
And
ace
Seat
king
6 could
suited.
do this. He could go all in right now. I think I might do that if
I
I'm him.
absolutely would.
No, he just calls.
He just calls.
No, he's going to raise. He's going to raise. I'm sorry.
75.
He's going to raise 75 more.
Ace king suited.
And Fat Boy just raised with
I actually want you to.
$10. He's got 7-10 of clubs. And again, no one really has anything to call him here
No.
with. You should be able to pick this up right away. Hope Fat Boy's learning his lesson right now.
You'd
Are you
think.
guys gonna call?
Every single time I fall for it.
Maybe at least you got
Three
one
off.
big
I mean, look at some of these hands.
$20
Queen
I've lost
7.
so far.
Queen 7 off. gives you
C9's
action.
called $75 with Queen 7 off suit.
Wow.
I was thinking about pushing all in.
Drawing. Almost dead to. Wow.
So we're heads up. Ace King against Queen 7 off suit.
Damn, I pulled a nuts.
See what happens with how Ace King plays this.
Gotta push.
He
There you
does.
go.
He goes all in, and Seat 9's not
Nice
going to
play.
call, I wouldn't think.
That's a good flop for him. 2 overcards, backdoor flush. Just probably the best hand too, you know?
How you like that?
Well, part of the reason you figure, like, sometimes you like to push all in with Ace King suited is because you really don't want to call, especially when
Right.
you're out of position.
But if you get one, you have outs.
Well, you do, but now this guy in Seat 9, though, has not shown down a lot of hands, so I don't know if the players really realize what he's been playing.
Right. That's
Somebody
true.
saw him call a $75 raise with Queen 7 off suit.
Right.
He's going to be the guy that you're going to go
Deuces
after.
that one hand against kings. I think that was the first tell. That he was giving some action.
Seat 4's going to raise here.
Wow. Queen jack off.
And the guy who is...
What did you say?
Excuse me, Seat 5 is the raiser. I'm sorry. Seat 4 limped in. Seat 5 is going to raise with Ace Jack suited from the button.
Oh, good.
All right. I
Good.
did, huh?
Pretty hard to call with
Tomorrow.
4s and 6s. Yeah, 4s and 6s.
And Seat 9's in there with the Jack 5 off suit.
See, 9 doesn't like money.
Ben.
I've come to that conclusion.
You think?
Well, he's here to have some fun, to gamble it up.
I finished 8.
I mean, there's
Let's go a little easier on him. Come on.
It was
Come on.
$100 buy-in, unlimited rebuys, and I bought 0 times.
7 King 10 diamonds.
That's as good of a flop as Jack Queen can hope for, really.
It's open-ended.
Well, when you're at
the final table?
I had 30,000 in
He has
chips
the best hand right now.
with 2 tables
I
left,
mean, ace high is good, but
and
both his cards are low.
just didn't get a hand. No, I wasn't chip leader, but I didn't get a hand. I was 2,000.
Well, Ace Jack is
4,000.
leading
I mean,
here with the Ace
nothing,
high.
I didn't even make a
He's
move.
going to bet. It's check to him on the button. Looks like he might be pushing all in.
2,000 with $500 antes. Started the final table with 21,000 in chips.
C4 is already counting out the call.
Blinds went up to
The
3,000.
problem is C5 doesn't have that many more chips in front of him, though.
When I have a monster, I have to.
Then the 2 diamonds have to be a concern.
Turns a queen. And that's going to give Ace
Wow,
Jack gut shot straight
Jack's
draw.
gut shot.
Well, he's nervous.
And he's going to go, looks like he goes all in on the button.
I think Jack Queen calls here because now he has a pair and the gut shot. I mean, and the open ender.
Kind of a disappointment.
So he's got to think, you know, if he has ace king or something, you know, I've out.
We do a pot calculation here real quick. It's about an $80 pre-flop.
He's
Bet
gonna
40,
call, I feel.
160. There's 160 before that all in. Looks like another
It was definitely
160 right there. Actually, more than 200 right there.
like 27,000.
Looks like another 88.
Picked up pocket aces.
What a card for ace jack, though.
$280 to $290 in the main pot. It's another 80 or 90 to call. So the pot is laying him about 3 to 1.
He doesn't, actually. He has 3 outs to tie.
Hey, Mike.
He needs to catch an ace chop.
Yeah, that's bad for him. He can't know that, though. He can't put the guy in the show.
Guarantee 99%.
That I'm good?
On a draw. Straight draw. I'm on a straight draw.
You call it.
Now, if you put him on an ace king, his
Right.
jack is not going to
There
be
you
good
go.
if it comes, and he calls.
Right.
And again, like you
Yeah.
said, he's trying to a chop.
I got a couple of your outs. I
That's
got
the
lucky.
worst.
I bluffed on the flop and got my miracle.
And
Yeah.
C5's going to take down. Look at this. C4 makes the straight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
C4 makes the straight.
That was very
C5's got the
I
nut
didn't mean to do
straight.
that. I thought.
Especially on TV. Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I thought we were going to split.
I hope they edit that out. I really do.
How did you think you were going to split? You thought he had ace
I
jack
had
too?
to disappointed, and I
He
meant
turned.
because I thought we
He
were gonna
rivered the
split.
nuts. No, actually, it is good. Small blind.
No, I had the
big
nuts on the turn.
And then said, "Oh."
I thought we were going to split. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
You know, I hope they really edit that out.
How
Because,
could you think they
that-
were
that
going
was-
to split?
don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
It was bad.
Yeah, we have lots of people that watch.
Hey, who cares,
It was
man?
tacky. You know?
Hey, Bart, cut that part out, okay?
No one's watching.
Sorry, fat boy. No can
Live
do.
and unedited.
We're talking about my whole family's watching right now.
Got 20,000 hits a
They don't
day.
understand what's going on.
But
Bart, cut that out.
can they hear us?
Yeah, right here.
they can
Just the
hear
mic.
it, but most of the time they're
Just
hearing
tell
the
Bart to
commentator.
cut that part out.
It's up to you,
Oh,
Bud.
no wonder you guys are talking so
Okay,
much.
put your cards on the window, okay? That's okay.
Seat 7's got pocket kings. Seat 5 is going to raise, though, before the action. He's got ace king offsuit. So seat 7, it's played pretty tight so far, Yana. He's a small blind, has pocket kings. Let's see what he does.
I got mine all the time.
Oh, really?
It's because I'm still excited. People say, "Look, I got one. I got to tell you something." You shake. What's up, bro? I shake all the time.
Yeah. The left and the
And he's trying to decide what he's going to do
I
here.
gotta tell you something. You shake. And I shake all the
I shake when I'm
What do you
nervous.
want to do, chip leader? You re-raise? Great.
There's some cagey stuff going on this table. Raise, re-raises.
What is this going on, man?
How much more?
Oh, we've been bully all day.
You've been bullying?
And he's going to re-raise.
How much more?
80 more play.
He's got $80 more. And seat 5 just won that big hand, so he might want to gamble it up here a little bit. He is in position. Let's see what he does. He's got ace king offsuit. Raised it up to about 30. It's gotten re-raised by $80 out of the blind.
Ready for this?
This really screams over here. He's gonna muck ace king, and he shows it. It's a good muck though. And the king, the guy with kings doesn't muck.
You give me that hand, I'll push it all in, no
I know,
look.
that's what I said.
This is funny. Mike F. Vegas says mucking king, queen suited, and ace queen in early position for low limit games is terrible advice. Really, I can see this being maybe true today in a tight model. And Yana, I have to say I agree with him, but I'm not going to get into an argument with
That's
you on
fine.
the air.
It's not a problem.
I would never muck ace queen suited in a limit game from up front.
I know.
Tournament, maybe I go on. I don't really agree with a call.
And especially in a small stakes game
I
when
said
you're at a
king, queen
loose.
suited, and ace queen off. Ace queen suited, I'll usually play, but it depends.
But who knows?
King queen suited, I
Oh.
just run into a bigger
You're
ace.
much more tighter than I am.
Got a monster race.
Did you raise?
You want me to
I
call
don't
you?
like those $10 raises.
Want me to
I
give
just
you
learned my
action?
lesson the hard way.
I mean, no.
Yes, ma'am. I need dealer local diamonds.
Three-way action here.
Man, I missed. Go ahead.
3, 8, jack, 2 hearts on the board.
No one has anything.
Too much, I'm not gonna call. Only I'm not gonna. 10 I call.
10.
Okay, anybody raise my button this time? Announce before.
Arvin,
Go all in.
2+2. Thanks for the tips. I watch the show. Enjoy your commentary every week.
Just like the last
Several weeks ago, you had a wild and crazy 20-40 limit game. Watching that game was totally unbelievable. Since it was so loose, this is something I can expect in Vegas.
Yes.
And I'd actually, we'll go into that after this hand is complete.
terrible. Yeah. No cards? No cards. I don't want to look. I'm gonna go on. If they raise me,
How much do you have left?
about 70.
I raised to 70.
I raised to 7.
You're not leaving, are you, if you lose?
He's got ace jack
What
suited.
about you?
He's going to raise to
You want a
70.
piece of it?
What does Fat Boy have? Did he show the card?
Doesn't look like it.
So that's somewhat of an overbet, isn't it?
And he's going to take it down. My answer to that question, though, I think it's a very interesting question. I think it's something that Live at the Bike really is on the forefront of something totally new, because we're seeing some of these whole cards in a 2040 game where we've never seen it before. There are just so many hands that you never see shown down, and people think, well, California games are so great because they're so loose. I would expect that a 2040 or a 3060 game, when you see these wild and crazy people, it really isn't any different anywhere else. You just don't get to see the cards.
Exactly, because when they miss most of the time,
they just muck.
They muck. And exactly, even like seat 9 here, like you said, the Queen 7 off.
He's only shown down those pocket 2s.
Exactly.
So these guys don't know how, crazy he's been playing.
Which is why it takes a while playing with somebody to really figure out their style.
Well, he's got a good hand now. He's got pocket jacks.
Nothing
Seat
like
9.
raising a raise.
Tim, can I buy two?
Makes my decision easy.
Part of the reason why I like to play online, because some of the sites allow you to look up losing hands and the hand histories, hands that are mocked, that have been called but are mocked. You can look them up.
They're all shown up.
Ace Queen, I bet you.
I looked that up on partner all the time.
Pocket jacks against pocket 8s here. King 3.
Once again, this is great for both players.
And he's going to push all in. And look at this, 8s quickly calls.
Yeah, because that's a good flop for him.
And look at this, Jacks has made jacks full of kings on the turn.
8's drawn dead.
I have full house.
That's all you got?
I think you have the game.
Whoa. House is full.
I mean, it's not the worst
I think you have
call
the
by
game.
8s, especially against a player.
Well,
You didn't show me.
Ask the camera, you can see it.
Camera, can you tell me?
seat 9's going to be around for a while here. Picks up, looks like another $250 pot there. Granted, some of that money is of his own, but I can only do about the pot size.
Half of it is his own.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a mic right here.
You got a good look at the yellow $5 chips. That nice three-dimensional cube wipe effect.
I don't even, you may have had you smoked.
Just going to throw this out there as advertisement, but if you guys ever come down to the bike, play the 612 Omaha game. I love that game.
That's okay.
Big
If anyone
jackpot,
wants
great
to
action.
come down to the bike, I've been, definitely ask for me, and I'm glad to introduce myself. I really love it when people say that they're big fans of the show.
What always happens to me is I'll be playing at some table with someone and they're like, your voice sounds really familiar.
Seat 2 from the button here. He's going to raise to $25. He has pocket 10. He's going to get a call. Seat 3 and Seat 4 with suited aces.
No, I threw it in.
I'll give you a 5 right
Seat
now.
9 is called with a King 8 offsuit. So we're going to see 5-way action times $125 pot.
That's what I was just saying. I said he's making me pay $15.
Wow.
Ace 8.
King 8 outflops everyone.
That was a great raise when you had
Let's
the
see how he
pocket
plays it.
$50.
Players all in 23.
Seat 4 is going to go all in
3.
Yes.
with his ace. King 8 is going to call.
Love that.
And now it's up to Seat 2, who's got pocket 10s. Wow.
I don't think he can call.
That's a hand that I think he needs to get away from.
Right.
An ace or an 8 beats you. Especially when it's kind of fishy when you have an overcaller in
Right.
between. Looks like he's going to call, though, from
The
the
only
button.
thing is he can put the guy in the 9 seat maybe on a draw, is what I'm thinking.
And now it's up to Michael, where we haven't heard much from him. He's got the top pair as well with the ace 7. And now he's got 2 overcallers in between.
He can't think this is good. He's played really well after the flop. He really has.
I think it would be a really great laydown. It's great to see him lay this hand down with the ace. Again, you've got 2 overcallers in between you.
See, I don't think it's such a tough laydown with 3 people in when the pre-flop lays are already called.
Well, and he's going to lay it down. Oh, no, he's going to call. He's going to call.
Okay.
So
See,
it looks
it's
like...
gonna be concerned. There's 4 of them.
Cocktail?
Okay, the rest are on the
So
side.
it's a $225 pot right now.
Thank you.
Turn is a 7. Now, that doesn't help ace 7.
Right, he's got to know that.
Yeah. And King 8 checks. It's $225 pot. There are 2 clubs and 2 hearts. And he's going to give a very dangerous card. And that's 8. He's made quads. Now, both people have got 8s full of aces. One guy's got 8s full of 10s. And seat 9's got quads.
I think seat 2's going to bet.
Let's see what happens here. $225 pot. The action is on seat 2. Excuse me. It looked like he checked.
Chop or let somebody.
This is a great time where you would really push with King 8 because any ace is thinking they're going to chop.
He's talking it up. Do we chop?
No, hold on.
Looks like seat 2 bet about $25. So that was the action. And seat 9 is going to raise.
Oh, no. Cocktails. No, it's not.
Looks like he raised to about another 100.
I don't think C3 can get away from it at this point.
Cocktails.
$350 pot, about 100 to call. That's the action here.
I don't think he can put it down.
That's the only way it's jackpot?
Cannot. I bet you $20.
He can't possibly. The guy just called on the flop. There's no raise anyway. He checked the turn.
Double Hennessy and a Corona.
No, aces full of 10s are better.
Double Hennessy.
Cut it for me.
And a Corona.
Cut it for me.
I got it.
I want to win that $20.
Yeah, you lost $50 side bet, bro. I mean, jackpot at Commerce.
That's coming.
I'll give you 10 back if you tell me what you made me fold with.
Oh, he's going to muck it.
Looks like he is going to muck it.
I don't know. I thought that on the flop, but he called.
At Commerce or
155.
So it's 155 more, so the pot's actually well over 400, and it's about 150 to call. Looks like he bet about $15 there on the river, seat number 3.
What's the jackpot at?
Aces full of 10s or better.
what is that now? It's full of 8.
No jackpot here. So.
There couldn't really be a jackpot on this hand.
I'm in a Commerce.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Wow, that's a
it was
loose
tough.
call.
A7.
Again, we can talk about that hand for a long time. The way that it played out, it's
I mean, by the river, I can't blame him for the call.
Yep.
You can't put the guy on the 8 the way he played it.
So seat 9 is going to take it down.
You got it, man.
Wow.
Brian, 20 more.
I mean, he looks like a genius now, but
You know they got it. Sure. Got an ace, so it ain't going nowhere. I did that in the tournament on Friday. I got quad 6s. There was a floss and a 4.
I was going to say that it's very, very dangerous to check there on the turn with King 8, which he did. And the guy with the 10s took a free card on the button.
he had a miracle card
No matter what I bet.
to get the most money out of the aces.
He's got a 10.
Big and big.
So he's got about $600, more than $600 in front of him, seat 9. No?
That was a nice little comment there with the either we chop or you.
Yeah.
Was there a raise pre-flop?
Yeah, I raised.
I think so.
Yeah.
What did he have? King 8 offsuit?
Well, now for the first time, though, Yana, they're realizing what this guy's playing. It's the first time.
Are you watching?
Exactly.
No, I know.
The guy pointed it out, too.
I wonder how expensive that is when you don't.
Brian, they want to know if that lock open.
It's locked.
It's locked.
Did you see me change up 500?
It is now.
You see me change up 500? It gets pretty expensive if I don't hit it. How much is that?
Come on in.
That is 40.
Water's warm.
Yeah.
I
There are
understand.
2 players.
I don't even know what I have.
My last offer. 50 cents.
Go ahead.
Flop is a 6-10 ace. We've got ace 5 here. Seat 9's got top pair.
No. I'm thinking I know what I have.
55.
I'm playing his card.
That's how good he is.
Looks like he check called there.
Go ahead.
He's going to check his ace.
Thank you.
And it gets check here, and 6 comes, and ace 5 has the best hand, and now he's going to bet.
I know.
Going to bet about $75. Third spade comes on the board.
75.
Yeah. If you might be up against a guy that would be
I guess I'm going to have to call you.
up against a guy that was a player that might be able to lay down a hand to a raise. You might be able to come over the top of this guy with a huge re-raise representing a flush, but I don't know if I would quite do this in this situation.
He's pretty solid.
But the button is trying to figure out if he's got the best hand with pocket fours. He can't beat a lot with 3 spades out there.
Every time he bets, he's got quads.
Let me catch up on the river.
Oh, I know what that
What's that? Jingle bell?
Is this live right now? By the way?
5-minute delay.
Does that mean don't call?
So again, it is a $75 bet.
Just in case I
And he's going to call a pocket fours. Again, what can he beat?
I know.
What can he
Just
beat?
the pure bluff.
He can't beat the sixes. He can't beat an ace, a king, a 10, or a speed.
Or the flush, exactly.
Again, he checked the flop, he checked the turn, and then when the button checked behind him, the guy bet into the river with the third spade. So
Right.
Seat 9's on a little bit of a roll
No
there.
value in that. Jive just posted a response to what we were talking about earlier. He said a response to
Chips,
the
please.
quote, "Mucking king, queen suited, and ace queen off in early position, low limit games is terrible advice." Really, I can see this being true in tight middle games. I love Jive's advice because as much as he disagrees with me a lot in previous posts, I completely agree. He says, I think you have it backwards, haven't you? How are you going to play those hands and lose games? If you limp, then with king, queen, even king, queen suited, you're going to get called by weak suited aces, and you don't want that. They'll call in the weak game, but not in a tight game. If a loose player raises behind you, then where do you stand? The loose player will raise with ace queen, but a tight player might have folded to you. I completely agree with you, Jive.
That's fine, right? Yeah, lock it
It's
up.
my reasoning exactly, but people disagree with me.
Seat 9, he's going to raise here. He's got Jack 8 of clubs. Seat 6 has pocket queens.
Sir,
here.
you're not stupid.
And looks like he's in the small blind, so you would think that you're going to see a re-raise here.
Seat 3 is on tilt, I think.
Let's do something.
And the 4's call, he's definitely tilting, and I think he's gunning for the 9 seat, really.
There's the 30.
Pocket queens is going to raise it up.
Don't raise too much.
Looks like he's going to raise to 30.
That's not enough. No, he's
No,
going
he's
to
gonna
raise
raise more.
more. Yeah.
Not yet.
Push all in, and I'm out.
So it looked like it was a $30 raise by Jack
maybe
8
I'm
suited.
in.
We get a re-raise out of the small blind from seat 6 with pocket queens. You'd figure the guy in seat 9 is going to call,
Yeah.
and he is.
Seat 3 has to muck
the
here.
hell?
There you
What
go.
the heck?
So we're looking at Jack 8 suited against pocket queens.
He's got Jack 4.
Seat 9's got about $700 in front of him now.
Very close though.
King 4-3. See if that slows pocket queens down a bit.
No. I think he's done.
100.
Only 3 cards beat him, so.
Oh, hold on. Let me see what I have.
I don't think he calls. And the guy doesn't have enough money for him to push as a bluff.
Next time.
I can't wait to see what you'll fold. Ouch.
Shows the pocket queens.
What's the river?
I think this is a great spot where I would want to be right to the immediate left of seat 9, maybe seat 1 or seat 2.
To re-raise and isolate.
Just to have position, too, like if you have immediate position on him, yeah, isolation.
No.
Live straddle.
I don't know. I'm thinking he already ordered.
Yeah, he already ordered. It's up to you. Yes.
You had ace queen?
Sure.
Did you call the original?
The margarita and the cigarette.
Hey, tackle box on 2+2. I really love your Drew Carey icon. Very cool.
It's a live straddle.
Very cool.
Yeah, I know.
So
Are you gonna
Thin
raise?
that crap up.
I don't know. I have to see what I have. What is that?
35 more.
Well, there was a live straddle by seat number 9, and Fatboy is raising.
And seat 9 woke up with ace king of hearts.
Fatboy's raising out of the true big blind with king queen
All right, I
offsuit.
raise.
And look at seat 9 now.
Wow.
Everybody else is.
I raise, okay?
Looks like Fatboy raised it up to maybe $60.
125.
And he's going to make it 125 more.
Wow.
Is it a spring bet?
You gotta love
I
it
said
when
125.
Said raise.
You have
All right, so hold on. 100?
I just want to know for future reference.
No, as long as he
How
says
about you say raise, you can just do this?
No, I said 125.
Seat 3's a little bit disgusted right now. So what is Fatboy going to do? Now, this guy's been kind of playing like, I assume seat 7's going to mock his 3-4 hearts.
Look, I took back my 25 because you guys said my
Just talking. It has nothing to do with
I just want to know for future reference.
Okay.
Well, they were just trying to figure out if it was a string raise or not, but I don't think it is.
I don't think
Now,
it
what does Fat Boy do now?
125.
Again, he doesn't have ace high, right?
Really? Really? That good? What you got, ace queen?
But again, though, this guy's been kind of playing really erratic. I haven't necessarily seen him raise with a lot of stuff that's been shown down that's bad. We saw him
Right.
raise with Jack 8 a few hands ago, but we didn't know. Look at this Fat Boy calls, and he's in bad
Wow.
shape here.
Bad.
He's
He
in bad
needs
shape.
Clubs or queen.
Pot is over $300 right now.
If you don't want to do anything, I didn't want to see the flop.
They're going on.
5-8 deuce. Look at this. He's going to bet dark, even though it's not his turn to bet.
You call, you bet? You want to bet? Okay, let's go.
And look at this. Fat Boy's going to call him all in just with king high. And seat 9's got him, and Fat Boy's just gambling it up.
We want to see him. I want to see him. Is this guy you behind?
You'll see him.
And Ace King's going to take it down.
Yep.
So this guy wins another pretty big pot. Ben in seat 9.
Wow.
If he
People
were
want to give me their
really
hands.
smart, he'd
I mean,
take
give me-
advantage of his
give me money.
perceived.
Well, you can't
Image.
fault him for playing the hand that way.
No,
Yeah.
great. I'm just saying, if you tighten up right now, he's getting so much action from people with the blind straddling and.
Looks like Fat Boy's out of here. Maybe he's going over the 500 game.
Chase there.
You know, I've seen Fat Boy. I respect his play, but sometimes it's like he'll get on tilt in the fact where he won't get on tilt and get really mad like some people, but he'll start to play
There was a jack on the board.
poorly. You know, and it's just he thought that king high was good there, but I mean, I hate to give that guy money too, and I hate to make laydowns to that guy, but again, even like an ace 7 is
Right.
gonna be ahead of you that time.
Deuce suited, anyway. Pocket deuces.
Because there's one big blind.
There's one big blind. He
How
bought
about
the
button?
And we get a new player coming in, and he has bought the button. Seat 8. Excuse me. Yeah, he's bought the button. So we've got one blind in, and it's seat 8.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't.
Have to now, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
5 players.
So we got 5-way action here. It looks like it was limped around.
I want to play.
Seat 9's got pocket queens, and it didn't look like he had raised it up. This is unbelievable.
Check.
Seat 5's got an ace king.
Wow.
Flop is ace 9-8 with 3 diamonds. Wow.
Is it going to check around?
It didn't look like he raised there. Yeah, that was a great example of why not raise. Again, huge with your pocket
Exactly. I
queens.
think he posted blind. I'm not sure.
Maybe he was the big blind. I thought someone had bought the button there, it sounded like.
But he even has a blind. put
No,
in
you know
some-
you know what happened? Seat 8 bought the button. He was in first position to act, and he limped it, and no one really raised him, so he didn't get a chance to re-raise. Probably going for that limp re-raise, which isn't a bad strategy in that spot, you know. Pocket queens under the gun. And he's mucked the queens. He didn't have the queen of diamonds. He mucks it right away.
Good play.
Seat 7 is bet on his ace 5. And seat 5 is still in there with ace king. No one has any diamonds.
60?
60. 2 players.
Again, seat 8 was the only blind.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
gonna
gonna
kill a lot of
slow.
the action.
Yeah.
Because you bought me the drink, I was going to go over to the 500 game, but I'll stay here.
Wow, he's got about $1,000.
No, I mean, I really want to go there.
No, I hear
I
you.
know you want me to stay.
Well, whatever. I mean, it's up to you. You can do
Want me
whatever you
to-
like.
No, I'm going to stay here. I love it when people buy the drink.
Check, sir.
And he goes check, check here on the turn.
Wow.
There's a king. That's going to give seat 5
Chop,
2
chop.
pairs.
They both play the
But it's
board
going to
now.
also give a flush on the board.
They both play the board.
Maybe this is one of these types of situations where you take a shot at it.
Yeah.
I don't
Or you
know.
think you're free rolling. But and the guy, if he has a 7 of diamonds, he won't call.
Yeah, it's interesting. And that it looks like he's firing the. No, it does go
No,
check,
he
check.
checks. They're going to chop that up. Razor posted, Yana, you should read Small Stakes Hold'em. Razor, I completely agree. I love the book. I actually outlined it, made many notes. But that having been said, I just tighten up more than they suggest. I think that their pre-flop starting hands are too loose, especially compared to the $5 drop in California games with only 9 people. I don't know where you're from, but in the East Coast or wherever else you play, it's 10 people with a $4 rake. Here it's 9 people with a $5 drop. I think a lot of the hands that they recommend that might be break-even hands now become maybe slightly less profitable.
Sierra's going to be the new dealer coming in here. And again, that last hand, you know, Seed 9 was in first position. He had pocket queens. He limped. And if someone had raised him, he probably would have pushed all in, and people would have said, this guy's full of crap. But he had pocket queens. He didn't get a re-raise, and he mucked to a 3-diamond board with an ace. So the guy isn't all, you know, totally crazy. I mean, he mucked right away with pocket queens.
He made it back up to a grand.
I think he maybe rebought once or twice. I think he's in for like 500 or something like that. Well, Seed 6 is going to come in again with one of these raises. He's got 7-9 off seat this time. That's Steve there. Actually, I think, again, this is a newer player. It's not the same guy as before. And he's going to take it down.
Thank you.
I just have another comment back to Razor and Small Stakes Hold'em. I agree, and I've read all the Hold'em books and poker, and I think everybody should educate themselves on the literature that's out there. But at the end of the day, there's nothing like your own experience and knowledge of the players that should dictate to you what hands you can and cannot play. I don't think that just because it's on a chart in a book, it's necessarily the only way to play this game.
He's out, right?
Your own thought and experience has to be a part of your game. On that note, while they're just chopping this up, I'll even add that the other day I was just playing an 8-16 game here. There were 2 limpers and a poster behind me, and the middle guy raised, and he raises pretty light, and I looked down at 10 jack of clubs right on the cutoff. Well, one off, because the poster was right behind me. And I showed my friend, I said, I mucked it, even though it's going to be a 5 or 6 way pot for 2 bets. And the flop came down all clubs 8 high. My friend laughed at me, said, you're more on luck. See, this happens, and now you're going to get paid. And I said, I'm only going to get money from these people if I'm beat or if they have a major redraw in my hand. And sure enough, someone limped in with ace-3 of clubs, and I would have gotten crushed. It happens a lot more than you think. People love suited aces.
Well, suited aces right here. Looks like seat 4's got a... No, he doesn't. He's got 2 ace black. But the button's got a queen jack suited. So it's heads up, king jack against queen jack suited. Queen jack flops top pair there from position. Check and a bet, and C8 most likely is gonna. And oh, he's all in from the button, so I guess it depends. It's gonna be how much.
Remember, you're on TV.
You need to have a lot to do that.
Yeah, we gotta. That's right.
And C8's gonna lay it down, and let's maybe get a shot of C8. Those of you that remember from last week. This is the dude that played for about 33 hours straight.
Really? How did he do?
I think he was a little bit tired. Yeah, on the same table for 33 hours straight.
Wow.
He was a little bit tired. He's a really nice guy. I'm going to get his name here in a second. I played a 300, 500 with him. I made a huge laydown against him. He check raised me on the flop, and I had aces, and he had a set. We'll get his name here in a second. And speak of the devil, the mystery man's got pocket aces right now. C8's got pocket aces.
You're doing fine, buddy.
You're kind of screwing things up.
By the way.
I don't think he gets action.
I'm really
here.
tight. So.
Nope.
I can see that.
Did you have that?
Are you leaving?
Yeah,
barely.
Wow. Second play. No places to go.
This table's like a morgue.
Good luck,
So I've got you picked.
This table's like a morgue. He's missing seat 9.
I just didn't want to take all this money.
I understand. No, I had you on aces last week.
The table seems to be in transition.
It was obviously at quads already.
Well, he was committed. You knew he was happy with his hand. What are you going to do?
I'm Zito.
That would be Brad in C8. Who took that one down with pocket aces. Brad's going to limp in here.
So I'll find out, but I just curious.
You've got a 5-6 offsuit. Brett tends to be really, really loose pre-flop, Yana, just from what I saw of him in the other game. Now C3 is going to raise there with an ace-10 of hearts, and he's going to take it down. It's funny we're talking about king-queen and ace-queen offsuit, king-queen suited and ace-queen offsuit. You know, I would be more apt to lay that down in an aggressive no-limit game from early position than a limit game. And normally you say, well, limit, you play tighter than no-limit. But when you are so out of position in no-limit, I think you need to play tighter in no-limit from the first few positions than limit.
I don't think the things you're saying are contradictory at all. I'd lay them down in both. I absolutely do. And I'm sure people will be like, weak, tight, weak, tight. They just make second-best hands way more often. And then when they hit the flop, even if you're not second best there, people have draws to outdraw you. I mean, that's it.
Thank you for this drink.
Looks like seat 9 raised the pot to 40. He's got his jack 9 suited. And he's going to take it down now. Yeah, he's got his Hennessy, his double shot of Hennessy. It's funny, I don't remember if it was in the first Super System book with Doyle Brunson, one of the intros, and someone might be able to help me out here on one of the internet boards, but he was telling a story about a guy that played, that was going to show him that he was going to play as tight as you've ever seen in their no-limit cash game and fold ace-king from the first 4 positions. And ace-king is a tough hand, especially if it's offsuit to play in an early position in a no-limit game. Now, obviously, in a limit game, you bring that hand in for a raise.
Absolutely.
Obviously. But in a no-limit game, I'm not saying muck it, but I'm saying that it's very difficult. It's
not a no-brainer, yeah.
It's a very difficult hand to play out of position.
Benny Hogan? Who is that? Post your real name, maybe I'll tell you. Wow, that's scary. That is scary.
Hey, you're like custom made for rebuy tournaments. That's why they have rebuys, is for guys like you.
No, but you know what? I've never won a rebuy tournament. I've won every other tournament, but I've never.
I'm not saying that they need for you to win. What do you build the prize pool?
Oh, seat 9.
No, he's
raising again?
Yeah. 12:30 and raise 45.
Seat 9 has re-raised the button with pocket deuces.
Hold on, let's make it easy. 85 total.
Total, okay.
Total.
75 more.
So he's made it 75 more.
Your chips
Now, playing ace-king, we said, was hard in a no-limit game out of position. How about playing pocket deuces out of position?
How about not playing them?
Well, the thing is that he might take this down right now. Seat 1's got a king-queen offsuit.
I might fold.
And for $80, king-queen offsuit is not a great hand. Look at this, though. He's gonna call all in. He doesn't have that many chips.
He said call it, but okay.
And let's see what seat 6 does here when he's facing a re-raise with the ace-9 offsuit from the button. Funny enough, pocket deuces has the best hand now. He's not favored to win against both hands. He's going to need to see a raggy flop.
You can't raise.
I'm not looking to raise.
Now
you raise because you raised 10.
No, but he went in for 10 more. All in.
Yeah, I know, but
he can't raise.
Well, he actually can raise because he was re-raised.
I can raise if I wanted.
He can raise.
You raised him. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
People are a
I
little
have
bit confused.
Now I have to think about if I'm going to call 10 more.
Basically, the action is that seat 6 raised, seat 9 re-raised, and seat 1 is all in more for 10. Okay? But the button has the option of re-raising because, you know, seat 9 is the original re-raiser.
Right. The 10 extra is not even relevant
doesn't
right
matter,
now.
right.
Exactly.
So he's going to call.
Okay.
Even though he doesn't have enough, he can still.
I made it 85. He raised, I don't know, like
he raised 30.
Start from the beginning.
He raised 45. He raised 10 more.
Yeah. Right.
He can't raise anymore, right?
Yes, he can. Of course he can.
What do you want to
We're just asking. I did.
But does that cap the action?
Tell him that. Evelyn, get on the phone and tell him he can.
Is that what you were doing?
I'm thinking if I should call 10.
This guy's a joker.
He's funny.
Now that they're both in there. Right? Like, it would be smart for me to, like, throw it away now.
All right, let's get to the action. Pull that stuff in, sir. So we're going to see heads-up action between ace-9 and pocket deuces.
No, that's always in the room.
No, he called.
Yeah, ace-9 and pocket deuces are heads-up. King-queen is all in. And And look at this, ace-nine's flop top pair.
I'm wondering if he can.
75. Of course he can.
Hold on, did I check?
Dude,
I'm sorry.
Who's first?
You are.
I'm first, right?
He should be raising himself.
He's gonna check.
We'll talk about it after.
look at this, he's going to
Wow.
bet. After he knew the guy was going to bet on the
Now
button.
your turn.
Wow. Gotta give him credit.
I'm wondering if
Well, obviously, if he had ace-8, he would probably mock, but he has ace-9.
That's a ballsy re-raise by ace-9, too. No club, no redraw.
Is because he already raised before the all-in. That's why.
Wow.
Pocket deuces calls.
Just like, why not?
Trying to see how much is in the pot here.
Let's do it.
Looks like that's going to be... Side pot's about 200 right now.
Why not?
Main pot's about
Okay, let's go.
250. Side pot's 200.
Let's go.
100.
Wow, deuces. Are you kidding me?
Wow. Side pot is 450. Main pot is 450. We're looking at 900 total
I
between the
guess he
two.
puts him on a flush draw. What do you mean he's still a flush draw with 2 overcards?
Seat 6 is going to win 900 here if a deuce doesn't come. Well, king or queen's going to come to give to... It would lose him the main pot. But there's 900 total in both pots right now. Side pot's 450. Excuse me, main pot's a little bit less than that. Third club comes. Now he's made aces up.
100.
And he's going to bet 100.
Deuces can't call here.
Main pot is 250. Side pot now is 550. It's 100 to call. 550 in the side pot.
Not him. The original raising. Oh. He was the original raising.
Yeah,
He's going to... Okay.
I think he put him on the flush draw.
And ace-9's going to take it down.
Yeah. What a hand.
So that's about $600 right there in both those pots.
Wow.
Well, it's actually about 800, but most of it at the end there is his money.
Oh, you didn't call.
No.
Oh, sorry.
But ask me what I had, and then I told
While they push the pot, tackle box, I'm sorry. I just took Chris Farley for Drew Carey, but you can see how I can mistake the two. And Benny Hogan, please write your name because it scares me that you spelled my name right. You obviously
What
don't.
did he have?
King.
This guy's going to stack $1,000.
I didn't have a question.
I don't know what the big confusion about that hand was. I mean, you raise from the button. You got a guy who re-raises you out of small blind. Somebody else goes all in.
Right.
Regardless of how much he goes all in for, of course you have the option of re-raising.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know what I don't understand why that was so confusing to everyone.
I wasn't happy about him going all in.
He made it 35.
I raised.
He made it 80.
I had a pocket pair.
What a pot. Look at that.
I just couldn't beat the 9. That's
Seat
all.
5. He's got pocket 9s. He's
When
going
the
to
ace
raise.
came, I thought you got the ace.
Well, you know, obviously I was betting strong, so, you know, I at least
Bet is
something
25.
hit something on that, you know?
Change coming?
Thank you.
Seat 9 calls with ace 10 of spades.
I'm surprised you called.
Surprised I called this one.
8-8 king.
Go ahead.
30.
Bet is 30.
That's cheap.
Check call by seat 9 there.
That's cheap, he said.
So it's about a $100 pot right now.
50.
Wow, he's going to continue to call. $250 pot now. And his overcards are good if he hits one of them on the river.
Does he know that?
And it gets checked down, and third heart comes on the river. Well, just like that, seat 9 has dwindled away half of his chip stack. And he's down to about $450, it looks like.
Now he's just being reckless.
That doesn't constitute a raise. Even though, so now he's going to call, and he has an option to raise.
Yeah, because it's not fair to take away his option just because of an all-in.
Seat 7 now, he's got pocket kings. We haven't heard much from him. Sung Ho.
Can I take that seat?
Of course you can.
He's going to raise to $20, it looks like. Seat 9's going to call with 4-5 offsuit.
Anybody want seat 8? 20 more? You get a chance?
How much more? This one?
20. Sit 8. Do you want it?
I don't want to be to his left.
I think I dropped this one.
Three-way action here. It's a $60 pot.
I was under the
Is
table.
this one yours?
I don't know. You
Nice
can have
flop for king.
Okay. I thought I just dropped one. And then
Top
it. I
set.
think you did too then.
King, queen, 9. Look at this. 4-5 fires in. Fires $20 into the pot from first position.
5-5.
Seat 6 has got bottom pair here with 8-9. He mocks. Now let's see what pocket kings does.
Time.
Now we know if he raises, the guy's going to leave.
It's a scary board. I mean, it's very
Absolutely.
coordinated for straight
I'm not
draws,
saying he
but
shouldn't raise. I would
Right.
definitely raise.
I would too. Find out
Yeah.
where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you
Quickly mocks. Because if you've got a card that comes like a 10 of clubs or a
Right.
jack of clubs there, you are without the...
Then you don't know where you are, exactly.
Yeah. We got a new player coming in at seat 8. It's Rico.
I have 4 or 5.
Swallow it. Okay, I had to say that.
I have to fold.
Yeah. They play the same way, but he was funny. Why?
You never know what that is.
Well,
Again, please join us every Wednesday through Saturday night on Live at the Bike.
New player?
We webcast from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m.
You just never know what he's trying.
Pacific time. Word is that we might be tweaking around some of the times of the show and possibly some of the days, so stay tuned over the next week or two for more information on that.
How did I see 50?
Seat 5's got a pocket kings. It's going to raise to 50. Seat 9's going to call with an ace-5 offsuit. So it's pocket kings against ace-5. We can see one of the aces is dead. Seat 2 mucked his hand. So it's even less of a chance that an ace is going to come. The ace-5 does not have a diamond. Pocket kings does not have a diamond. Club is an 8-4-7, all diamonds. $100 pot. Wow, he's going to bet 60, and ace-5 is going to call.
He has a gut
Whoa.
shot. He has a gut shot straight
He
draw.
does,
and over
but he does not have a diamond.
Yeah. No fear.
No, 2 more. 2 more. There you go.
So a bet and a call. Pot is now $220. Turn is an 8.
60? The bet.
So he's 60 more. He's betting about a quarter of the size of the
I
pot.
went to race.
How does it raise?
Wow.
That's a great move.
200.
Wow. 60 and then 200 more.
Wow, what a
This is
card.
very, very difficult for pocket kings to call here, I would think.
Absolutely.
You know, the thing is people are saying, well, seat 9 is reckless. He's reckless, but
Still. I mean, even if he was bad enough to call you with ace-8, you're now beat. 7-8, you're beat.
let's see how it plays out here. Pot was 280. The pot is now
200 more or 200 total?
pot is now pot is $560 now. 200 more to call. Main pot is $560. Looks like the guy only has about another 120 in front of him in seat 9.
Wow.
Then you should call.
Again, that 8 is scary. There is a straight out there. There is a flush out there.
Flush. Everything's scary on that board.
I don't think seat 9 would have done that if he knew the guy had an overpair, but this guy seems like he's played pretty solidly the entire night. Again, the pot is about 560. 200 to call, 560.
It's really a $300 question because I'm sure C9 is going to push on the
Right,
river.
on the river.
So you're asking.
And now if another diamond comes, what are you going to do now? You
Exactly.
know, it's tough. It really is tough. Now,
Right.
people can say, well, I would make this call against that guy in a miracle. But again, we're not
Yeah.
seeing this guy show down many hands. You know? He's been playing a lot of hands, but he hasn't been showing down some of the garbage that he's been playing to raise it.
He showed up some legitimate hands. I mean, he showed them
Right.
quads once that he kind of slow played. He showed the ace king of hearts, which he played really well.
Not much more here.
He's asking how much he's got left. Well, I'm going to probably write about this hand when it comes down to the end of the show.
What a move. Oh, poor guy. I just hope he doesn't watch this on the archives. He's going to lay them down. I think he's going to lay them down. Oh, he lays them
And he
down.
laid it down.
I have to say, it's a good
He
lay.
laid it down.
Wow.
Either I had an 8 or I flopped the flush.
That's what he's trying to represent.
It's up to you. Wow.
One or the other.
He has to. I think I put it down there, too. That was a great move.
It doesn't really
Oh,
matter.
the poor guy's having a heart attack. I feel for him.
I thought maybe you flopped the flush. That's what I was thinking.
One or the other. And
I got to tell you, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I've got a couple more hours to figure it out, but I don't think that it's an insane laydown or an insane play. Usually you want to make that type of play when you have a semi-bluff like the ace of diamonds in
Exactly.
your hand. Or
That
something
was
like
a great turn card for him to bluff at. He knows that.
Queen 10, 9, rainbow.
King 9 with the best hand.
Sure liked having pocket kings with you behind me. Before the flop.
I'll be from the flop.
That's the kind of hand I like.
You're good. You're good.
Well, obviously. That's the hand I like having against you.
Oh, gosh.
And I would tell you, I had one or the other.
Are you honest being honest? I'll find out later.
Oh, no.
For you? Okay.
No, I'll look.
Seat 5 is going to look back at this hand. And when you do, I'm sorry, honey.
Well, you can't really blame the guy, though. I mean,
I would have done the same thing if
it's
it makes
just
him
tough.
feel any better.
It's really tough.
When you called him the flop, that made you.
It really was a $300 question for him with no redraw.
Now, the only thing about that is that he had raised, I believe, to about 50, and the guy called with ace 5 offsuit. That's going to hurt a little bit there. Obviously, that has to hurt.
I don't really care if he knows if I had 5 deuce.
He's saying he's had 5 deuce.
Dodgers were down 7-0 this game.
What's the score now?
8-6.
I was raised 220.
Still behind, but.
I'm glad I benched Odell's forever, but that.
Yeah, pitching in Colorado.
Looks like we got a king jack offsuit. Seat 9's in there with a 3-8 suited.
When you find out what you had, next time you see me, can you please tell me? I don't even know what I have.
Flop is 5, queen 8. 3-8 is in the lead here.
If it was a tournament, I would have.
It's like a bet and a call.
Oh, if it was a tournament, I don't
Turn card's a 7. 3-8 is still in the lead. There's 3 diamonds out there now. Oh man, seat 8 again. This is a new player, so he doesn't maybe know. River's a 5, and that's going to give 3-8 the best hand.
Because.
Look at it, and what is he going to do? He seems kind of indecisive, seat 8, the king jack. Yeah, they're both playing with chips in front of each other.
If seat 9 calls him down, he looks brilliant at this point.
Yeah, it goes check, check. It's check, check. 3-8's going to take it down. Well, this time you see this hand, though, again now.
Right.
Observant players, they've seen a few of these types of hands. And maybe we can get a look at seat 5 right now. Oh, he's going to get up. I was going to say, because that might make him feel a little bit.
I had ace 5. I had ace 5.
Oh, he's telling him.
Oh, he's telling him the truth.
He had ace 5.
I don't know what it was, but it was ace 5.
And
I
he's
didn't
true.
know what it was.
I had nothing.
He had nothing. He's telling the truth.
Oh, no. C5 played well. He's picking up. I think King's just cracked him. Broke his heart, that hand.
You know what? You know what? In a tournament, I would have laid it down. In a live game, I would have called it. I would have been like,
I don't know what happened.
I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know.
No, I don't. I don't call everything.
Nice bet, nice bet.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, we got a question here that I want to read up on 2+2.
Has there been action like this all day in the stable since you've been here?
Ace, queen of diamonds. Look at this. See, nines, flop trips.
It's not like we spiced it up or anything.
See if he raises here. He's going to raise.
That's 50.
It looks like he's playing recklessly. Seat 3 there, who's Ben. It looks like he's moved over. He's got the nut flush draw. In this, he's going to go all in. He doesn't have much more money, though.
You're going all in for not much more.
All in for 115.
Well, 9-8 with the gut shot's probably going to get away from the hand. He's going to muck. Seat 9's going to call.
Give me a 9.
He definitely needs a 9, that's right.
5 more bucks.
He doesn't need anything.
Give me a 9.
You get the Super 6-8?
Yeah.
Well, 9 would, of course, would
Give me a
seal
9,
it up
please.
for him. Turns a 6.
Give me a 9.
See the river. River's a 10. He's going to take it down.
I had the
Trip
5.
5s. Not really. I don't necessarily mind the play there by the button. Overcards and a flush draw.
If you think
Didn't have that
overcards
much
are
more
good,
money.
yeah.
No, give it to him, please.
From me? Sure. Thank you.
Anyways, I saw a question about
Thank you.
someone asking about if the bike will ever support. No. Well, we'll get to that one afterwards. I'm sorry.
Gonna post in between.
Yeah.
Wouldn't affect you. Chips, please.
Thank you, Hal, though, for the response.
Yeah, it's gonna be normal. It's just post in between.
I don't know you, but I'll lend you 100.
How does it rest 30? Behind 3.
Seat 9's in there again. He's going to raise. He's got looks like a queen deuce suited. This guy really is on a roll. C2's going to come in there. He's got pocket 8s. He's going to cold call. Now that's Michael, the original guy that had gotten hot in the beginning of the show. He's moved over to seat 2. Seat 8 has a king 8 suited, Rico. And it's heads up. Queen deuce suited against a couple of 8s. We know one of the 8s is dead. We know a lot of the hearts are dead.
What's your name anyway?
Look at this. He flops the queen right away. Unbelievable. 2 clubs on board. He's going to bet it. Now, this was the guy that got caught with those 4s from about an hour ago, Yana. The pocket 4s.
60.
Oh, he moves from the 3 to the 2?
Yep, he moved from the 3 to the 2. And he's going to get away from him.
My bad card.
And I think he showed him the deuce.
No, he showed
him
him
the queen. Okay.
Pretending he actually...
Nice straddle.
Live starter.
So we get seat 3 raising to ace jack suited. It's going to raise to, looks like $30. Seat 8's got a king queen offsuit from the small blind.
Chased everybody right in.
And seat 9 is in there with queen 6 offsuit.
That's all right. Happy to have him.
Well, seat 3, that's a pretty good flop for ace jack, huh? Especially if you're the original raiser. Brad. It's about a $120 pot. Let's see how much he's going to bet into it. There aren't necessarily a lot of draws out there right now.
50 or 60 is fine.
That is 100.
Look, he's betting 100. I don't really have a problem with that bet.
Strong bet.
I really don't. I don't want people to stick around with queen 6 like the guy in seat 9 who might call here.
Who might?
Try to spike 2 pairs. He is going to
That
call.
was a pretty strong bet, though.
So it's a $320 pot.
Wow. All my reads are wrong when seat 9's involved.
Ooh, I thought that was a 6. Turns a 5.
He's reaching for chips.
No, I know.
Obviously, I will call you.
Okay, no,
Okay,
Brad's
I will.
going to push all.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Look at this. He called immediately. River's a 4, and Brad's going to take it down with ace jack.
Nice hand.
Oh.
Usually when players make the move with reaching for chips, they don't want you to bet. But seat 9 was going to call.
Nice hand. I don't mind giving out chips.
You got to give action to get action.
Exactly. You got it.
See, it looks like seat 9, again, I say that some people will stack their chips in like 20 chip denominations, but it looks like he's got them in like 200 stacks right there. So he probably has like 800 in front of him-ish, 800
I
plus.
think that makes him even about.
Well, he bought in for one time and then full reel. You know what, those are 150 stacks. I mean, he's really trying to confuse us.
A little bit more than that, maybe I wouldn't have called.
So he's probably up $100. He's got about $600 in front of him.
Not for one stack.
He said he couldn't put down the 6 for just one stack.
Today's 25.
Seat 7's got pocket 10s. He's going to raise to 25. Again, we don't really see a lot of action from this guy, Sung Ho.
Today's 75.
Wow, and seat 4 is going to come over seat 9's going to come over the top of pocket 4s.
Wow.
Thinks his hand is good. If you didn't have overcallers, you might go all in if you were seat 7 there with 10s. Look at this. Seat 2's going to call with a suited connector. 8, 9.
Wow. This game is getting.
Now what does pocket 10s do with an overcall in between?
He doesn't know what a good flop for him is.
So you've got a bet with 10s, a call, a re-raise, and a call to the re-raise. He's going to call. Seat 8's in there with jack queen off suit.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4. $300, 75 times 4. Good at math like that. $300 pot. Remember, seat 9 is the re-raiser. He's probably the one that's going to try to take command of the hand. Ace, deuce, jack.
Hands hate that flop already.
Good.
He checks. Seat 2 checks.
Hands check.
And it does get checked around, so maybe the queen jack thinks he's got the best hand. Now a third spade comes.
And Force pick up a gut shot.
Force picks up a gut shot. Pocket 10s has got the 10 of spades. It gets checked around again. Wow, what passive play.
Wow.
And jack queen, it looks like, is going to take this one down.
Good.
River's a king of hearts.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's good.
Wow. What a scary board for everyone, huh?
I know.
That's a bet.
I think the jack might have bet the turn had the spade not hit, and then.
Well, that's the difference between this game and a big no-limit game. You're going to see people bet in
Right.
a big no-limit game, and that was very, very passive.
We're going to bet the scarecrows.
Very, very passive. Yeah, no, I think this is going to be our last table before we do. We're going to continue with it, and we're going to skip table talk. I get a word from my producer.
Is it ace? 50?
Dealer 27, dealer.
How about done?
I got the one over there. Yeah. 2 players. But after on the
Two-way action here. 4-4-10. Seat 2's got
50, one more
trips.
time.
That is 50.
And he's going to bet 50. Seat 9's in big trouble right now. Seat 2's going to raise.
Oh, I can call that.
And look at this, Seat 9 calls. So we're looking at about a $250 pot right now.
Check.
Wow.
And he calls with the ace-8. Unbelievable. Another $200 street, so we're approaching a $500 pot right now.
Dead.
Rivers the 3. Excuse 3 of spades.
Okay. Call.
Oh my,
my
goodness.
God.
My goodness. All the way with ace high. That's a $700 pot right there. Unbelievable.
Ace high. Wow.
Wow. What the heck? Deuce 4, huh?
I guess pocket eights are no good.
Oh, there's Michael right there. He's starting to stack his chips back up a little bit. Looks like we got a new player in seat 5. That's Tony.
That's what I thought. Is what I thought.
Did I say 30? Two player.
You and I?
Seat 6 has flopped 2 pairs, jacks up. Seat 9 has got a 9. And this is the hand he might go broke on right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bet and a call for 40.
He's going to go broke right here. Especially if a heart turns. Or a 9.
That's going to give him some more outs, though.
Yeah.
He's picked up an open end.
Open ender.
Jacks up, goes all in, and the button quickly calls. Rivers a 4, and
Oh,
that's going to
man.
do it for seat 9. He's going to go broke here.
Yeah. Wow.
And let's see if he rebuys. He had quite a
Yep.
stint.
Chips.
He looks like he's going back into his pocket.
Wow. At his high, he had about 1,200 in front of him.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good luck. Good luck.
Now Sierra's going to come out of the box.
I didn't have anything.
Again, it looks like this guy's a gambler, and if people weren't privy to it before, I think they are now on the table.
No, I mean, I didn't really have anything.
No, I understand. I wasn't going to slow play and try to get all your chips. You know, I was betting. You know,
I had a straight draw.
I just wasn't going to slow play it.
Could have. I could have not put your.
No. But if I wasn't, could have probably checked at some point. You know, tipped him, but I was just going to bet.
300
and let you get out.
It's funny, actually. Again, the poster Hal had asked a technical question on 2+2 and reminded my producer that we don't want to get into that on the air, so I will respond to you in an email after the show. Thanks for the compliment. Seat 8 has got ace-king suited.
Raise.
He's going to raise it up.
I get 30. It's called.
And seat 9's going to call. Did we get a read on how much seat 9 rebought for? Was it 300 again?
Yes, 200.
300. He bought the maximum. And he's calling now with 9 deuce off suit, Yana, so.
Wow.
Gonna see a few.
You called a $50
Am I allowed to say he doesn't like money now? Am I ever allowed to say that?
Seat 2 is re-raised, and we can't see what he has.
Shame on you, sir.
Seat 2 has re-raised.
Shame on you.
And seat 9 is called the $100 re-raise. He has $200 in the pot
Wow.
with deuce 9 off suit. Wish we could see what seat 2's got here. Oh, here we go. He's got pocket queens.
He's got a muck now.
Ace, Jack, 7 on the flop. He's going to check the queens from up front.
There you go.
Deuce 9's going to mark. I think he had $100 in there. Ace, King bets 200 on the flop.
It's got nothing to do with the internet.
It looks like Queens is going to muck here.
No, that has nothing
You're
to do with
sitting there
that.
watching at the bike online. You got some issues.
That's a major.
You got some issues.
You'd be surprised.
Nice lay down by C2.
I think one of the players just took a jab at some of our viewers. I don't know which
Yeah.
one that was.
It was the guy in C6.
Uh-oh. I can't wait to see some of the comments. They're going to flow in.
It's not going to work out too well. That one time you catch it, ain't going to get you the way it needs to be.
Raise, make it 20.
So we got a $20 raise. Yana, this is going to be our last hand with us tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I love Saturday nights here.
C9 is raised to $20 with a 3-6 offsuit. Four-way action. Ace, Jack, 10, rainbow. Tony's got the best hand with a suited ace here in C5. It gets checked around. He checks it from up front. Let's see if he fires at it now. He's made aces up now. Oh, he's going to check it. So maybe he's trying to pick, maybe do a check raise here. Seat 6 is going to bet the jack. Yeah, he's going to check raise. He's going to check raise all in with aces up here. Pretty difficult for Jack 9 to call.
Yeah, no call.
How much more is that?
Well,
$130.
Did you flop the straight and now you're worried about the diamonds? Is that what happened?
not necessarily.
Straight and worried about the diamonds?
Only one way to find out.
Let's see what they say here. Looks like he said it was, what, about 80 more? 120 more?
Yeah, 120 more.
120 more.
I don't think he calls. Seat 6 has been relatively solid.
Got about $1,000 in front of him.
No. You got it.
Yeah, he said, who cares? Not enough money in there.
Even if I was ahead. Nice play.
All right, that's it from me, Bart.
Okay, Yana.
Thanks. Have fun with Denny.
Looked like the rabbit cam showed a queen of spades there, which would have actually given the guy. No, it would not have given the guy with Jack 9 a straight. I believe the guy had Jack 9. No, he didn't. He wouldn't have had a straight. Would have been an awful scary card for Tony though. One card to a king straight. Looks like we got somebody new over there in seat 1 now, too. It's like musical chairs here live at the bike. Oh, that's one of the first chop pots we've seen all night. Looks like Brad in seat 3 is pretty happy with his ace-jack move. Nothing like raising with ace-jack and hitting a jack and having a guy pay you off a second pair all the way down to the end. Sean there in seat 4 has been relatively quiet tonight.
I think you have a say. You're good. No, I didn't have a say. I would have called you first. I had third pair, so whatever you had. Nice one.
Pay 25.
Seat 8. Rico is going to raise to ace queen offsuit. He's going to raise to $25 here. And, everyone mucks. I'm sure when Denny comes in here, he'll give us all the info about how many people are left in Stars and Stripes. Tournament's almost 4 hours old. Again, the total prize pool was $144,000. The $54,000 first place. Over 300 people had entered with over 400 rebuys. Rigo in seat 8. I'm sorry, I'd been calling him Rico. Dependable Ben in seat 9 has raised to $20. Jack 7 offsuit. Seat 2 is calling with an ace jack offsuit. Tony mucked the ace 10 offsuit from the button. I really think that hand's very overvalued, and I'm glad to see him get away from it there. Four-way action. Wow, 6-6-6. Seat 7 has a full house now with his 5s. Let's see how he plays it. He's going to check. Seat 9 bets. Jack high.
He's going to call.
He's going to get 25 into about a $80 pot. See if seat 7 check raises here. And he's going to check raise all in here. And there's probably no way that seat 9 can call here. And I'm sure he feels comfortable with that move after seeing that everyone else folded and didn't have to worry about the fact that someone might have a 6.
Okay.
Pot's about $100. He's going to take it down. And that's what seat 8 says. A nice flop for pocket pair.
Live straddle.
And we are going to see a live straddle from, it looks like, seat number 9. He doesn't have many chips left. He's down to maybe 80 or 90. Again, a live straddle, he's a second big blind. He's a forced blind. He's going to have the option when it comes back to him. So it's $10 to call. He has king 6 of diamonds, by the way, in the live straddle position. Button's got an ace 8 offsuit right now, seat 6.
Raise.
He's going to raise.
I get 40.
He's going to raise it up to 40. Seat 7 in the small blind has pocket 7s. Let's see if he re-raises. No, he's just going to smooth call. And seat 9 is going to call. So it's a $120 pot. Three-way action. Pocket 7s is in the lead right now. Flop is a queen deuce 4. 7s is still good. Doesn't know that now. Looks like it gets checked to the button. And he's going to check right behind everyone. Turn cards are 3. I would think that 7s is probably going to lead in here. It's up to him. Again, the pot is $120. And he's going to bet.
60.
Looks like he's betting about half the pot, $60. $180 pot, 60 to call for the button. Button only has ace high.
I don't have 100. Can I buy 200 more?
Can you buy 200 more?
100 or less.
I have 100 less than 100.
Yeah.
200 more?
200. You can bring it up to 200.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can bring it up to 300.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of play from seat 7, Sung Ho, so seat 6 is maybe thinking he's stealing it here, but it's a good laydown, and he mucks. A little bit surprised maybe that seat 7 didn't re-raise there out of the blind. But he ended up playing. The flop wasn't too scary. He ended up winning the hand. He had the best hand the entire time.
He either had a great read on somebody, or he just got way too much of it. Great read. I've never let him say
Chip on mine.
300 behind.
So seat 9 had asked, well, I have about 100 left. Can I rebuy up to 300? And we said he could, so he's going to bring it back up. So he is in for about $1,100 right now for the night.
Raise. Make it 50.
And he's going to raise. He's got 3-7 offsuit. He's raising from the big blind with 3-7 offsuit. Seat 2 is going to call with the suited connector, 9-10 of spades. You know, it's funny, seat 2, you know, you don't think that he doesn't really have odds to call here. Of course, there are plenty of people behind him, but seat number 9 only has 300 behind, so it's already a $100 pot. Now, if he pushes here, he's going to win the hand.
45.
He's going to bet 45. Very difficult for 9-10 to call here. And seat 9's going to take it down with a 3-7 offsuit.
Thank you.
I don't, whether you do or you don't, that was just my gut feeling. Whether you tell me if I was right or wrong, that's up to you.
Word is that we are going to take a little bit of a table talk break for maybe, 15, 20 minutes. So I'll be back here with Denny around 8:30-ish.
Who knows?
You know, part of the reason why we take table talk breaks is that sometimes people want to break from the announcers, and sometimes it's very difficult for the announcers to talk for about 4 straight hours. You know, in a live sports broadcast, in between baseball innings and stuff, you get time in between, about 90 seconds in between. Well, we're constantly on here for the full 4 hours, so got to give my voice a little bit of a break sometimes. Three-way action here is raised to $20. Jack 7-7. Pocket fours has got the best hand. Seat 8 is going to lead here.
Bet 50.
Seat 6 check the fours. And look at this. He's going to check raise with pocket fours. And you would think that this is going to be an immediate muck from Queen 6 of hearts.
125 more.
He's going to check raise to 125 more. I think there's 2 moves for this guy. Probably the best move is to muck. You could make a move back at him. Normally when you get check raised, I never find that people will do that with trips. You could put the guy on a flush draw, maybe a smaller pocket pair, pocket 8s, pocket 9s. He's going to muck. And seat 6 is going to take it down. So with that, we're going to break from the commentary for 15, 20 minutes. We will see you in a little bit.
I thought it was the best hand. Best bet. My name's Steve, by the way, not sir.
What's that?
Steve. My name's Steve.
Oh, hey Steve.
Hi.
Brad.
Brad, nice to meet you.
Can I call you something?
Sir.
Oh. That's what everybody calls each other around.
When you don't know each other, yeah. Oh, my friend.
My friend.
I think it says Lily.
Yeah.
Seat 6.
I won't be oh, nobody raised.
Check. 35. Erase. 70. Total.
Why not?
10.
Sure. I got a beautiful lady right here. It'll work.
Salim.
I meant check raise, right?
I already boosted.
How much is
her
that?
ego. I don't need to get her a raise.
120.
Check raise?
10.
You check raise?
I went for 71.
What?
How would you like that?
Why don't you let everybody else in?
The S series.
Right?
I flopped it straight, but I got a bigger straight on the river. Nice. What a river.
You flopped it straight too. Ay, ay, ay.
Come on.
Raise, make it 20. That's up.
All right.
I am working, but I can go to the bank and give a message checking it on the next one.
Get 30.
Huh?
Thank you.
No, I still give you after you come.
Off the phone, sir.
Six player. Check.
Top loose from there.
Check.
Top loose.
30.
Bet 30. Heads up.
Flush.
Thank you. Small blind, big blind. Check. 25. Three.
BH for the 200, live at the black BH. BH for live at the white, BH. The 200, no live.
Sit down, please.
I got a deuce.
It's a queen.
It's also nice.
You called me with the news? I said something in the news?
It was a little odd. I played something a little funky. I played a funky little hand. Hoping to catch up.
Make it 20.
Never seen that before. Never seen that kind of play.
Well, then you checked the turn and I thought, maybe I'm right.
5. Hey, check. Bet 30. Solid. Small blind. Light rider. One seat open. You smoke. Oh, that's yours? Oh, they get a seat already. Light rider.
Is that a straddle?
Yes, light. $45. Check.
What is that?
45.
See, you can watch it online for free, but then to go back and watch it,
I'll be right back.
it costs you 15 minutes.
He's all in.
I wonder if they ever worked anything out with that. Last time we were like,
Should
people
I
that
just-
play it should be able to see them.
All right, I'm done.
Are they getting anything up with
That's the new market right there.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
I think they charge for the, a small amount for the original broadcast.
One seat.
Good job
Give it
keeping
back.
here, though. I heard him say since you bought him a drink, he was going to stay. Even though he did. Right when I sat down, he said that. Oh, that's fantastic.
I bought up a double Hennessy.
Nice work. That was,
Thank you.
Don't need it.
25.
Couple for half the table. You can't argue with that.
I don't want to trash it.
Plus AG. 50.
Anytime. All right. Yeah, let me get
Hand
50.
over there or something.
I almost stayed with my deuce, by the way, last hand. That would have been ugly. Pocket pair good.
Small blind, big blind, check.
I have a pair coming, folks. Anybody want this seat? Nobody?
I'll say it's what you raise.
30.
Make it 30.
Vòng mới bộ phần gì phần mát giờ phần mát cả mày mới được này tan xiên ngân
3 player.
I'll get you start with 260. Start over 200. Yeah, exactly. 200 a little bit different. I'll cash those out for you. The only thing is... Okay, perfect. There you go. No cell phones, no electronic devices. That's fine. No, that's okay. That's okay. When you take your cards, you look in, you can pick them up, look at them, no problem. When you put them down, though, you put the cards like he does here. Just so they're square, face down. And if you need it, face down, like this. Okay? And then you go back and look at them. No problem, just put them back when they're done.
You want to post come in?
I know. What? 9. This guy goes all in. About $1,100. And this guy this is 300, 500. But anyway, 5 guys called all in. And he's got to do 55, 6,000.
4 player.
Turn is a 3. This guy's got 4 3s.
Wow.
You check. You check. Check.
Pocket fours, pocket aces. Oh my god. Pocket fours, ace king.
Check. Sit down, please.
I threw away the jack, but I don't know.
Not a queen high. We all play the board.
Play the board.
Obviously.
Big nine throw the hand.
You show.
You cover?
You show.
Yeah, he
You open.
Queen high. We all lost $1.
Today?
The day before yesterday.
And how big is it? How was like 4 or 5 grand?
Oh, more than that.
More than that.
Never seen that.
Yeah, but he called 500.
Yeah.
But he thought he was a genius as soon as he spiked that sack.
Are you Tony?
He just didn't realize everybody else. Oh
yeah.
He went out.
And then the flop comes, and this one guy's got 3 aces. The other guy's got 3 queens. The other guy's got the
You're 25.
And we are back, and I am here with the great Denny Williams. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
We are live at the Bike, the Bicycle Casino in Bell Gardens, California. This is a 200 no-limit hold'em cash game. $200 blind. If you just joined in, never before, been here before, welcome. The chips on the table, just to let you know, those are $5 chips, those yellow ones.
And the blue ones are $1. We don't even see really purples here. I can see that in my 15-minute absence that seat 9 looks like he's busted out. I know that we have a new player in seat number 7. His name is Brian. I know him pretty well. He used to be a prop here at the Bicycle Casino. He's a very tight player.
Did he get fired? Or?
No, he's actually he's an internet player. He'll go and play 8, 15, 30 tables at one time. Funny thing is that he doesn't play a lot of No Limit. I was actually talking to him last week, and he likes, Limit is his game, so I'm figuring that he's on this table to be on Live at the Bike, so welcome, Brian.
Good luck, Brian.
He did. He showed and then... Get 20.
And Denny, the guy Brad there in seat 3 was one of the guys that was here for about 35 hours straight last week. I don't know if you remember. He was on the table. I don't know if you were here that night.
Thank you.
Brad in seat 3. That's seat 8 right there. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
A little scotch and water there, scotch and soda, maybe.
And of course, we got Tony in seat 5. Sean, we haven't heard from much on the button. Seat 4. Seat 9 is a new player. I'll get his name. It's Somphone? Somphone. Okay. Seat 8 is raised here to $30. He's got pocket kings. Seat 2 is called with Queen Jack offsuit. And on the button, Sean's got pocket 10s. So if it's a ragged flop, Sean can get into some trouble here, Denny, from the button. It's a raggedy flop. And there's a raggedy flop. Right there, just like I called it.
Bet 40.
Seat 8's going to bet 40. Rigo. Let's see what Sean does here. Yeah, I told you. I thought Sean was going to get into some trouble here. Looks like he's going to make it 100. Seat 8 quickly goes all in over the top. And, wow, he's going to call with pocket 10s.
Okay. Shut down, please.
Always difficult to get away from overpairs, Denny, but when you have a guy showing a lot of strength, sometimes you might want to muck those. Sean's going to go broke here. Seat 8's going to pick it up with pocket kings.
Thank you.
Now, Brian, people call, myself tight, Tuckman tight, Gianna tight. Brian is really, really tight. Now, like I said, I haven't really played with him that much in No Limit, so you would assume that he's going to loosen up from good positions when he's got implied odds, but really surprised to see if he plays a lot of hands. He's a very, very tight player. Again, he plays mostly 15-30 games on Party Poker, 8 tables at a time. C2 is raising to $30. He has an ace-queen offsuit. Sophomore in seat 9 is going to call with a suited 9. Somphone, excuse me. Suited ace, ace-7 suited. So it's heads up. Look at this, he's picked up the flush draw right there. On the
King 9-5, 2 spades.
Right, he's picked the flush draw up right away.
Oh, like that.
Well, he just checked calls. Turns another king. Might be a type of play where you could make a move on it. Ace Queen checks right behind him. And this is going to be a chop pot. Somebody makes a move, now both gets checked down there. You know, Denny, if I'm sitting there with ace-7 when the guy checked behind my king on the turn, river comes a 5, I think I'm going to push all in on the river.
Wow.
In position.
Well, that'd probably do it.
I really do, because I don't think that the guy would have checked his 3 kings. Now, he might have had queens or jacks, but you never know.
Well, you got the tournament information right. We had a pretty good field today, 305 players, 400 and something rebuys. First place, like $54,000
Yeah, absolutely.
today.
Absolutely.
No Limit Hold'em, $200 buy tournament today, Stars and Stripes. I was looking at the WPT tournament at the Bellagio. They're down to the final 6 players. Our very own Hassan Habib, who plays here on a regular basis, is the chip leader with over 7 million in chips. And that play will resume tomorrow. We'll televise that.
Well, Brian's completed the small blind, so we're going to see him in a hand from seat 7. Flop is a 6-6-10, so we're going to be able to see him play. He's going to mug. Looks like some sort of ninja shirt on.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
There you go.
You're the dragon. I am the tiger. Speaking of Eye of the Tiger, I saw a good movie on TV last night. Ali, Will Smith.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I've never seen that before.
You can tell you don't get out that much, huh?
Usually here live at the bike.
That's it.
Looking down at some cards here, seat 8 in the small blind looks to have the best hand with an ace-queen of spades.
Pot's been raised to 30.
Brad is going to raise it up. He's got pocket 10s. I didn't see that before. That is the best hand right now. Pocket 10s is raising. Seat 6 is calling with an ace-3 of diamonds.
Well, don't get no ideas.
Seat 8, he's going to call. So it's going to be about a $95 pot here. 3-way action.
Okay, 3 players there.
Five, four.
4-4. That's a pretty good flop for pocket 10s.
See if he takes advantage of it, though.
Oh, it's going to get checked to him.
Did you check? All right.
Again, the pot's $90. Looks like he's betting 75. 75 into a $90 pot. I don't think he can get any calls here, Denny. I really don't. I don't know if seat 6 is thinking that he might make a move here. You know, Brad is the type of player where if you were in position and you went all in, I'm sure that he would muck his 10s here.
Seat 6 thinking, do I want to take a shot at a deuce for $75? No.
Well, yeah, he did have that gut shot wheel draw. I think that's one of those situations where either a raise or a fold was in order. Now ace queen is thinking. Yeah, the pot's $165 now. It's 75 to call. Is he reaching for a stack here? Look at that. See, he's going to make a move.
Well, we raised
He's
it.
going to check raise. Again, this is like one of these types of situations. Now, he's check raised probably another 100.
I'm imagining this is
So you
100.
might be able to move with pocket 10s right here over the top as opposed to calling an all-in. But this is a real quandary that Brad has in seat 3 with the overpair. He did raise to $30 pre-flop.
He is a small blind, too, so he could represent a 4 very easily.
He could. Remember, he did call a raise. Denny, you okay? I wanted to help you right off the ground, but I thought it was funnier.
I'm picking up your paper that you dropped, and I tripped over my headset. That's what that sound effect was,
Look
everybody.
at this. Brad's going to move all in over the top.
Good.
He's not going to get a call. Ace Queen quickly mucks.
That'll teach seat 8 for...
You can't blame the guy for making a move there. Again, I think that if he had gone all in, a check raise all in, he probably wouldn't have gotten a call. But since he just check raised about, maybe $100, Brad moved all in and over the top of him. Took down a nice little pot. Looks like Tony's going to muck. Seat 6 has got an ace-queen offsuit, so we'll probably see him enter the pot. No, he just looks like he just limps there. I don't know about limping there. I probably would limp in early position with that, but he's just going to limp.
Ace 8-6.
Well, look at this. Seat 1's flopped a set. He has an ace. See what Seat 1 does. Seat 1's going to bet his set. Look at that. With 2 clubs on the board, he bets the set. And Seat 6 could be in trouble right now. Betting a set with an ace out there, and he's going to get what he wanted. Now he's going to put a minimum raise in. Seat 6 is raised, made it 40. He would assume that Seat 9 is going to muck. Let's see what Seat 1 does. $20 raise back to him.
Raise 80.
He's going to re-raise to 80. Seat 6 has the queen of clubs in his hand. And he's in a real predicament now, ace-queen. Remember, he didn't raise. So we could be looking at anything. We could be looking at 6-8, ace-6, ace-8. Could be looking at a club draw. I'm sure he's thinking, damn, I wish I had a raise now. Of course, the hand wouldn't have played out any differently. I think he's going to muck, Denny.
I don't know.
Look at this. He goes all in. Oh, that's just great for a set of eights. That's a great for a set of eights.
He's lucky.
He's going to hit running clubs, and now he is drawing dead.
He's lucky Seat 1 didn't have a lot more money.
So there's an example of betting your set from early position with an ace up there, getting maximum value out of it. God, I really just do not see that in this game that often, and I think it really is the proper play.
You thought that was the proper play to do that?
With set of eights? Yes, I do.
Oh, no, okay.
No, not with ace queen.
Not with the ace queen, yeah. Set
Well,
of eights.
it's tough to get away with that ace queen, but again, it was an unraised pot.
Can't put you on a set of eights when you didn't raise pre-flop.
No, he's swimming now. Did he bet or the flop?
Yeah, he bet.
He bet, right? Began the flop.
He bet the flop. He didn't bet the pre-flop. Oh, I just, geez. You know?
Small blind, big blind?
What can he do?
Especially the board like that, you just not try drawing.
No.
Because I just play a flush draw like that too.
What can he do? He got lucky.
Absolutely.
25? What can he do? Can't put you on the set over there.
Money will go around soon enough.
Danny, you have no business controlling those cameras.
You got a better hand.
What cameras? No, I was a cameraman the other night.
C3 is raised here, $25 with ace-jack suited. Tony's called in seat 5. He's got pocket 10s. Seat 6 is called with a 10-5 suited. Seat 8's got 6s.
Bart made me do it.
King, Queen, Jack, Denny. All spades.
10 of spades. Seat 5 has a 10 of spades. He's got the royal flush draw.
He gets checked around. Turn is a deuce. Now, Ace-Jack has the best hand right now, but he's really out of position, and it gets checked around again. We see some really passive play here. King comes on the river, and I would assume if you've seen it checked, you're just going to see it checked down. Yeah. This is much different again from the...
Pair 6. I got pair jacks. Pair jacks. Jacks.
Much different from the 500 game.
Wow.
Besides the different colored chips.
Besides the different colored chips. That's why I think it's really sometimes improper to slow play hands, even giant hands in this game. Because a lot of people aren't going to make a move on you like they would in a bigger game. And a lot of people are going to call you down with hands that they really shouldn't call you down. You know, if I flopped a set and there are a couple high cards out on the board and I'm in early position, you better believe that I'm going to bet it. Unless you guys are playing with me in a live game and I'm mixing my play up.
Where's 30? $30.
Well, seat number 6. Steve is going to raise to $30. He has ace-10 offsuit.
We got a couple questions we're going to have to answer here.
Sure, absolutely.
I'll give you part 1 and I'll take part 2. Here we go. 2 plus 2, they're asking 2 quick questions. How do you become a prop player at the bike or anywhere else? Go ahead and answer that one, and then I'll get on with the second part.
Well, I mean, if you want to come become a prop player down here, you can actually talk to the executive host. His name is Robert Turner. We've had him on the show here before. Usually you're going to have to play here for a few months, introduce yourself to him, and then he's going to have to see you around for a while. And that's usually the procedure, funny enough.
Right.
And, yeah.
And secondly, when do you know you're getting the most bang for your buck in a tournament? In other words,
15.
what makes a tournament worth playing? And I'll answer that right after this answer.
Well, look at this. Brian in seat 7 is raised to $15. He's bringing in with a queen-jack offsuit. He's going to get called in a few spots. Seat 9 has ace something.
3 players.
He's got... Look at this. Seat 9's got aces. He cold called, Denny. He didn't re-raise. He's got aces.
Some phone.
Let's see what Brian does here. It's not a good flop for him. He does have a guy behind him. 10-6-5. It gets checked around. The aces doesn't bet, Denny.
King hits the turn.
Now look at this. Now Brian's got an open-ended straight draw. 2 spades on board. I'm amazed that aces didn't bet the flop there. He's going to bet 25, and that might not be enough to get Brian off the hand. He's open-ended. There are 2 flushes out there, and Brian mucks. Well, Brian's a good player. He knows that, and look at this, he shows the aces. Brian knows that if, you know, one of his straight cards comes that is a third suit of one of those suits, he doesn't know where he's at. He might not get paid off.
All right, how to get the most bang for your buck in a tournament? Well, one thing you want to look for is a guarantee. That always helps. You know you're going to have a big tournament if you see a big guarantee. Also, check your buy-ins. You can always look at past tournament results and see what kind of tournaments or the people are coming in. We do real well with $100 and $200 buy-in tournaments here where we get 300-400 players. So those are just a couple ideas.
When's the last time that we've had a tournament that hasn't met the guarantee in the middle?
I'm very conservative on my guarantees. A lot of times you'll see my guarantee be first place. Like today was 75,000 guarantee. First place was 54,000. So look for those big guarantees. Our next.
Well, what I mean is by that is I've never seen a no-limit tournament and never meet the guarantee. I've never seen the casino have to match a guarantee in a no-limit hold'em event. Recently, just because of the poker home.
And that's because we're able to predict what we're going to get. We play it safe, in other words.
4-way action here. Excuse me, 3-way action. Oh, that's a nice flop for the raiser with ace-jack. He's got top pair with top kicker. Look at this, though. Seat 6 is going to bet his deuce, Denny.
50.
He's going to bet 50.
150.
And ace-jack is going to quickly raise to 150. Well, we saw this guy just lose a lot of chips with ace-queen.
I think he's acting.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe it.
And then, but I mean, I was going to say the proper play here would be either to muck or probably re-raise. I don't think you would ever want a smooth call here out of position.
Not with a deuce.
Well, just to smooth call here out of position, he might be trying to if he quickly goes all in on the turn, he's trying to represent a set. 9 of clubs comes. Let's see what happens here.
It checks.
And ace-jack is going to bet 100.
Seat 6 is gone on tilt, I think.
So we're up to about a $400 pot here. And just by the way that he's played it and the way that he's looking, I can't put him on a set right now. I think if I'm ace-jack, if he puts all his money in now, I'm going to put him in with him, especially the size of the pot now.
He's only got about $250 there.
I think that's more like 400, 200 stacks. The pot is about... It's about $400, maybe $500 right now, and it's 100 to call. Again, at 500 with the additional 100 that the guy just bet. And again, if he just smooth calls here, it's just you know your ace-jack is good.
It's on the internet.
Can't really
right
put him on. Well, he could have a straight draw.
But the internet, the people from the internet, they
You know, he could have
They're not
something like
playing, we'll only
3-4,
watch
Denny, something like that.
No celebrity.
Worldwide.
So if
He's
you
gonna
want to
muck.
watch it, just go.
Michael in C2 is going to take it down.
Bike.com and you'll see
You know, Denny,
us.
I had a funny question that happened
You'll
to me
be there.
Omaha tournament last night. And I just absolutely had, and then the rabbit cam shows a 4 diamonds, inconsequential 4. I had something happen to me in a tournament last night. In a high-low tournament, if you're down to, say, your last chip, and let's say you put it in or you're in the blind or something like that, so you've created some sort of side pot, okay? And let's say, like in Omaha, you win a quarter of the side pot.
I know your question.
What happens? Do you ever lose your chip by not losing?
Didn't like it, or he had it, or he didn't.
I mean, you win a quarter. Like I had $25 left last night. I actually didn't win a quarter, but I definitely could have won a quarter of my side pot. What would have happened if the side pot was only $50?
And the quarter chip is the smallest denomination chip
Yeah.
on the table, you're going to get your chip.
So I'm not going to go broke by getting quartered.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pot's been raised to 80.
I did.
I didn't think you'd get knocked out when you didn't truly get knocked out.
Just you and he.
I did.
And the same thing can be said. It would be, it's a rare situation in Omaha. You can get 6th.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes too, where you split the low with 3 other people, and someone takes the entire high.
Now, guys at 2+2 have been talking about this guy in a pink shirt with a tie. That's not a pink shirt. Would you call that pink?
No, it's more like maroonish.
It's more of a rose.
Yeah. I don't know if
A
that's
rose,
any better.
like a rose.
Yeah.
15.
I don't know if that's any better.
Well, the dealer's shirt is maroon.
Seat 8, he's raised to 15. He's got ace-10 offsuit. Tony's going to call it the suited ace. He's got ace-9 suited. And it's going to be heads up, ace-10 against ace-9.
Okay, we're heads up.
Again, Tony is in position here. $38 pot. Well, that's not going to help anybody. Jack, deuce, 6, 2 clubs. A bet and a muck. I think whoever bet on that one first is going to take it down.
Thank you, sir.
You know the one thing I hate about doing this live at the bike?
I know what you're going to say, because I was thinking the same thing.
What's that?
Hearing the board person in your ear.
Well, that is one thing. But that's not what I was going to say. No, when we're done, we take these headphones off.
Your hair's all
really
screwed up.
screws up your hair.
Yeah. Didn't you have to worry about that, huh?
I do have
Yeah,
to worry
yeah.
about that. I got plenty of hair.
I have some more hair than you, but I know what you mean. know what you mean.
Youngster. I'm going to set you up with Jennifer. You guys act about the same.
Act about the same? Of course, I thought that she was my little brother, according to some people.
That was funny.
Big blind.
So I cannot come on the tournament.
No.
Tomorrow we're having a play for free site free
lay the
roll
hand down,
here at the bike.
Then you can get
If
up.
they
and
had
go to
10
the-
points or more online,
right on the-
they signed up for this.
Then you can
and they're
talk.
playing tomorrow at 12:15. We're going to play down the final table and invite the final table back next Saturday. Show it live at the bike.
And what is exactly the prize? Is there a prize pool?
There's $2,500 cash.
Wow.
And there's also a laptop computer, computer monitor, and a set of computer speakers added to first, second, and third place.
And that's tomorrow.
That's
The
gonna be
qualifying
tomorrow.
free roll, right?
Tomorrow, and the finals will be next Saturday, live at the bike.
Do you know how many people have qualified for the tournament?
100 and like 107, 108.
Okay.
Yeah.
C9's going to bet on his 8, and he's going to take it down.
Some of these people are flying in from other parts of the country.
Well, is there still time to qualify for it if you play tonight?
No, it's too late.
It's too late now?
Registration is closed. If you snoozed, you lose. We will have more.
And again, I'm going to give you some more details about a very, very special Thursday coming up.
Is that a raise?
Who are the bomb models coming back?
No, I'll go after it. It's going to be really great. I'm going to do this after this hand here. And again, this stuff is all subject to change. Button here.
30, 40.
Seat 8. He's got pocket jacks, and he's going to raise to 40. And he's going to take it down. So on Thursday, this is what we have scheduled, Denny. It's a $5,000 buy-in, one-table shootout tournament.
It's a tournament?
It's going to be with Dr. Jerry Buss. It's going to be kind of like a one-table satellite. Okay? It's going to be with Dr. Jerry Buss and some of the other players that you know, Yosh Nagano, possibly Mo, who's the host of the $500 No Limit game. So if we use 9 players, the prize pool would be $45,000. I don't know how they would pay it out. It's going to start at 7 o'clock. Before that, we're going to replay the bombshell night. We're going to start the tournament earlier because, of course, if you divvy up $5,000, it's going to take a lot more than 4 hours to play, even if it's a one table. And I might assume that we're going to see some big names, so it is going to be a tournament-type structure.
Oh, it's a cash game, they're saying.
It's a cash game.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. So it's a $5,000 no limit.
They're going to play it like
game.
they're going to play it like a shootout.
I see.
Yes.
All right, 4 players.
Well, I guess there really wouldn't be a difference, right? Once you go broke, right?
With Yosh at the table, anything could happen.
I guess the question is, would the blinds increase after time? I think that's what the difference would be between a cash game and a tournament. And we haven't really all set that out yet.
You're going to have to get them like Snicker bars like they do.
Seat 6 is going to bet 35. He has absolutely nothing. Seat 2's got a gut shot straight draw.
That'll do it.
And Seat 3's got bottom pair. He has the best hand right now. Chasing a gut shot with 2 spades out there. He's going to muck, and Brad's going to muck.
I know that guy in seat 2. What's his name?
Michael.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, I mean, what I was saying was the real difference between what would be a $5,000 buy-in, one table type tournament versus a shootout would be just if the blinds were going to increase with time.
Right.
I mean, that would pretty much be the only difference. They're going to play with cash, they're going to play with tournament chips. It really, and then, of course, they could start with more or less tournament chips. Or they could be playing with real tournament chips, real cash.
That's what they're going to play with, real cash.
Seat 7 has got pocket aces. Brian, Internet Brian, for the first time, we're going to see him play. There it is.
Pot has been raised to 30.
And I believe this is the first time we've seen him in the game. He's got pocket aces, so if anyone was noticing. I wonder if he's going to get any type of action here. Muck. Tony knows Brian, so you'd probably think that he's going to muck. And seat 6 mucks. And Brian takes it down. Okay. I got a list of some of the players that are going to be playing. And of course, everything is subject to change. Gary Bust, Houston Curtis, Jug Jablon, Michael Chow, Mark Weidman, Yosh Nagano, Ken Berg, John, looks like Morgans or Moonres, you can't tell, and Walter Lack, who was on the show last night.
That would do it.
And some of these players, you might not have heard their names. They're not necessarily professional poker players. They're business owners,
right next to me.
like Ken Berg, owner of Kookaroo Chicken. Michael Chow, he owns Mr. Chow's in Beverly Hills, probably the most expensive Chinese restaurant in the whole city.
Oh, maybe you give me a free meal.
25. Hey, if it's action you want.
Seat 2 is going to raise to $25. King Queen offsuit. It's going to get called by Ace-7 of spades in the small blind. Look at this. Ace-7 of spades is flopped. And it gets checked around, and now I'm most likely going to either bet or put in a check raise from Ace-7.
20.
Brad bets 20 and gets called by King Queen. River's a 4. And 10s and 7s. He's got the best hand.
Anybody classic cards, guys? Classic cards? Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. I just got lucky.
I didn't get it, sir. I didn't get it.
I'm sure you did. I just. I did not flush draw.
So $54,000 for first prize tonight.
That's all.
It's a little bit of a haul for a $200 buy-in, huh?
Yeah. Next Saturday,
of course, is the biggie. I told them $300 with rebuys, right?
$100,000 guarantee.
Yeah.
That prize pool will probably be well over $150,000.
Now, seat 6 here has got Ace King, and he is limped from early position. Ace King offsuit. Looks like seat 1 raised to 20 with a 9-jack suited. And I got to think that maybe seat 6 is either thinking about re-raising here, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to limp re-raise. Now, again, this normally screams overpair. Sometimes people will do it with Ace King. And I don't think that 9-jack can call heads up here. He's going to re-raise to 50. So it's 50 more. Jack 9 is going to muck.
That's pretty good.
Beware of the limp re-raiser.
I liked how you said that. You re-raised to 50, that's 50 more.
Thanks, sir.
What's he got? It looks like his hat has a picture of Bambi on it or something. Is that a little deer? No, it's a donkey.
And then people are 2 plus 2 are going to have a great time with that. It actually says ass on it, too.
Yeah, it sure does.
Because, of course, donkey can be a term for poker player as well, Denny. I don't know if you... specific term.
What, poker players aren't asses?
Well, Brian has limped in with an Ace-6 suited from seat 7.
Brian, seat 7.
And the cutoff here raises with Ace-Jack suited. Brian's going to muck. Seat 6 calls with an Ace-7 offsuit.
Heads up.
And it's heads up. 3 of the aces are already out. We know that. Wow. Brian mucked the nut flush. He flopped the nut flush. And he mucked it.
You don't get nothing for straight first? White first?
Ace-Jack is going to bet here.
30.
Excuse me.
Wow, is Ace-7 going to call? He's going to call. He's got the 7 of clubs in his hand. It's about $120 pot. Turns a 10. Ace check checks right behind. River's a 3. Let's see if A7 tries to put a bet out here. Makes a move. It's going to have to be a big move for Ace Jack probably to come off the hand, Denny, because Ace Jack's got second pair. Oh, he's going to bet 100. Wow. This is quite the call for Ace Jack. Got to play the hand back in your head, Brad. I don't know if it's that easy of a muck as he's considering it. Obviously, you can lose to a flush, any 10, any king. And Brian says, I had A6 of clubs. Look at the difference between pre-flop selection. Brian mucks A6 of clubs to a raise. This guy calls the A7 offsuit to a raise in an earlier position with a guy behind him. Would have been interesting to see how Brian would have played that hand. Tony's going to raise. He's raising to 25. He's got ace-queen offsuit. He's not going to get any action.
Picks up $8.
Well, when you have somebody as tight in the big blind as Brian, you can definitely try to pick up big blinds.
First 15 minutes, he hasn't made a bet that hasn't been raised. You know? That's it?
C4 is going to limp in with a suited ace. Ace-8 of clubs.
Tough, man.
Looks like C6 has got pocket eights. He's going to raise from the button.
He's been raised to 60.
Wow, he's going to raise to 60.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, you wouldn't imagine ace-8 suited is going to call this. You know what, Denny? He's all in. He's all in. So he limped and then he called all in with his ace high, and he's in big trouble here. He's got one overcard. Wow, he picks up the flush draw right away on the flop. Gonna need to hit an ace.
Looking
or
a little
club.
better for him.
Yep. Again, an ace or a club, and that's not going to do it for him. Pocket eights is good.
Thanks, sir.
Lock it up.
You're locked.
Seat 4 is going to go hit the ATM, I think. Locked up the seat for him.
But that's really the only thing that you can do. Sandwich besides the You know what I mean?
Seat 6 is raising to 15. He's got 4-6 suited. Brian's going to call him from the button with queen 10 suited. Two of the queens, two of the sixes are bed. Seat 8's going to call with pocket 7s. Good chance that he's going to have the best hand here, Denny. Those cards being dead.
10-9-4, 2 spades.
Seat 9 is in there with a flush draw. He's got queen 6 of spades.
And seat 7 has the best hand with top pair.
Seat number 8 is going to lead with 7s. Now this is going to be interesting to see what Brian does here with his queen 10 on the button. You'd assume, yeah, seat 6 mucks. Let's see what Brian does.
As tight as he's been playing, he may muck.
It's a $50 bet and a $50 overcall in between. He has top pair. And it is a restricted buy-in game, so he has only about 135 left. This might be a time to gamble and push here. And then if you go broke, you can buy back in for 300.
Yeah.
And that's what he's going to do. Look at that. I know exactly what I'm talking about, Denny. Things are just playing right into...
Actually, I thought he was the one with pocket 7s. I made a mistake.
No. He's got queen 10. And obviously this hand would have played out a lot differently if we're at the $500 table and there were thousands of dollars in front. But in a restricted buy-in game, I think that that's a good move. Look at this. 7s is going to call. Well, I think that queen 6 has odds to call with a flush draw now, Denny. With 2 cards to come. Unless he puts somebody else on a flush draw. And he's going to call, too.
What the hell?
He's going to call, too.
He's got a little Buddha on top of his chips there or something.
Brian is going to need to dodge a spade or a 7 here. He's in good shape.
Or a 6.
No, not a 6.
No.
Not a 6. And not a queen. He needs to dodge a spade or a 7. Turns a black deuce, but it's a deuce of clubs. See the river.
9
River's a 9. And Brian's going to take it down. He's going to about triple up. Now we can see him play a little bit. Again, that would have been hand would have been played a lot differently if more chips were on the table.
Hey, thank you very much.
Not yet, no. They went through a bunch of it.
I was trying to read the menu there. I was a little hungry.
Oh, come on. You know the menu by heart. Who are you kidding?
No, ma'am.
There's the main floor of the Bicycle Casino. A portion of it, anyway. Going strong Saturday night in Bell Gardens, California. If you're not from around here, you're probably saying, where in the hell is Bell Gardens, California? We're about 10 minutes southeast of Los Angeles.
Seat 6 has got pocket aces, Steve. He's going to raise to 30. Pocket aces, pocket rockets, American Airlines, whatever you want to call them. Best starting hand in Texas Hold'em. And he's going to take it down. Is he going to show? He wants to make sure that we see him. Maybe we can flip to the camera there. There we go. There you go, buddy.
How much did that win right there?
Yeah, and he shows them up on the table now.
Huge.
Small, big.
You know, it's always funny to notice that, like I said, I never heard of a No Limit Hold'em tournament in a live casino not reaching the guarantee, and someone posted up on 2+2 that they'd only heard that it ever happened on a party poker. And then it's funny to see that they never give guarantees for other types of tournaments, like Stud High Low,
Right.
Omaha.
Actually, I've run tournaments where we've missed our guarantees.
Really?
It's not
I mean,
fun.
in the last 2 years, though? Since the poker boom?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Have you ever run guarantees on non-No Limit Hold'em events? I mean, sometimes they'll do it with Limit. I know the LA Poker Classic had their big Limit tournament.
Limit, we've done it.
Yeah.
Actually, we've had tournaments where we guarantee each and every event. We have,
Oh, okay.
We do that
Yeah, 25. 30's the bet. 27.
sometimes throughout the year.
$25 raise from seat 8, the cutoff. He's got an ace-9 offsuit. He's got a call on the button with ace-5. Seat 6 has got a king-deuce. He's going to call. So it looks like we're going to see three-way action times 25. $75 pot plus the blinds. $83 in the main pot.
So hot. Early.
3 Jack 6 rainbow.
It's me first?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
This guy was the initial raiser pre-flop. Looks like he's going to bet about 50 into about an $80 pot. I don't think he's going to get any calls.
40.
He's betting 40. And he's going to take it down.
Thank you, sir. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Good luck to all of you.
Got a dealer change here. Wands is coming into the dealer box.
Race 30s.
Oh, looks like seat 6 was raised there. It's got a king jack offsuit.
2 plays.
Heads up against a suited ace. Ace 7. Diamonds.
9-5 deuce comes to flop.
Brian is not in the hand there. 5-9. Although it would have been a good flop for him. And King Jack's going to bet and take it down with an inferior hand.
I just hope him to catch it like a flop.
I hear you.
Twice he's done that.
You don't have enough room.
The other guy doesn't have anything, and you're the initial raiser. You know. Sometimes you can make a call there with something like an ace 7, just with the intention of seeing what happens when the turn comes. You know, if the guy checks the turn, well, you might be able to bet him out, regardless. Kind of a... Looks like there's a lot of aces out. Mishmash of ace rags. Seat 8's limping in with an ace 7 offsuit. Seat 9's got an ace 4 offsuit. He's limped in. 4-way action. Jack 6-9, 2 clubs. Gets checked around. Very, very passive, Denny. Passive table.
At 25s.
Ace 7's going to bet. He's got the best hand. And he's going to take it down. Rabbit cams an 8 of clubs. You've been still playing a little bit online there, Denny, under Tourney Guy?
Not lately.
No? I still have never been able to find you.
I hide. If I play, look for me in the jackpot game.
Oh, you play the jackpot games.
Usually 3-6 or 5-2.
Quite a qualification standard there on Party's jackpot game. I believe it's quad 8s or better. Beaten by a higher hand.
I don't think
so. Something crazy like that. So many hands are seen.
I don't know. I've checked that. I don't think it's that high, though. It gets hit an awful lot.
Screwed up. Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
Yeah, you can give us Ron. Why not?
Got the mini-series of Poker Pocket schedule just came in. Glad to see they're here. I didn't know they were here.
Race 10 more.
The mini-series of poker, of course, is what percentage of the buy-in?
10% this year.
10%?
Used to be 5% now. We upped it a little bit. It's 10%.
Diamond, diamond, diamond on the flop. 5, 4, 8. 3-way action. No one really has much of anything here.
40.
Seat 8's going to bet 40. And you couldn't imagine that anyone's going to call. And he's going to take it down.
Thank you.
I'm looking around at the schedule here.
Said you win.
See some of the exotic games that you guys will have mirroring the
Oh, we have nothing.
well, I mean, are you going to do the... See, now where's 7-card Raz?
There is no Raz.
This Raz in the World Series of Poker?
Not this year.
No? You positive? I guess if you're mirroring it.
There is a deuce to 7, but we're not doing that one.
What about a pot limit high Omaha?
Some of the exotic games that they hold in the World Series, they'll hold 2 different tournaments.
Yeah.
And we picked what we thought would be the most popular.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Okay. Because I don't see...
So you won't see those Razes and deuce to 7 low ball. And
yeah, I don't see...
pot limit high only Omaha.
High Omaha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any of that stuff here.
By the way, folks, mini series of poker, it is coming up. It's our 5th annual. Starts June 2nd all the way to July 6th. And these are the pretty much the same schedule as the World Series of Poker. Buy-ins are 10% of the original buy-in. So they range from $100 up to I think 500 is the biggest buy-in.
Well, 1,000, right? 10% of the 10,000 event.
The championship, yeah.
The funny thing is, the championship event starts on Tuesday, July 5th. That's the real date of the $10,000 event, too, in Vegas. It's not.
In Vegas starts July 7th.
Oh, okay. So I was just wondering if you would get really hurt by the original World Series, people playing in that event. But maybe people can play here and then they go to Vegas.
That's how it's set up.
Yeah.
Each one of our events is a day before their event.
Very, very interesting concept. C3 raised with pocket tens there. He took it down. And you don't have the casino-only tournament either, which I'll be entering in the World Series for $500. This year, I think it's no limit hold'em.
It got scratched.
Oh, you had it? No?
We are doing a best all-around points playoff, and the first place prize will be a $10,000 buy-in seat for the World Series. It's going to be on July 4th. You need only 5 points to qualify.
Sit open on 4, please.
Raise $20. Seat 8. Looks like he's got a 7-10 suited. Brian's got a king-queen offsuit. Let's see if he calls the raise here. He's in middle position. The $20 raise. Remember, he's an extremely tight player. Wow. Looks like it was a crying call. He by far has the best hand right now. Three-way action. He's flopped top pair. There's 3 clubs out there. Seat 3 has got bottom pair. Wow, Brian checks the top pair. Well, now he's flopped trips, and you think he's going to push now. And look at this. Seat 3 is going to bet with his 4. And you would really think that Brian's going to raise here. Why would you want a club to come on the river and get beaten by the 3 of clubs, Danny?
No, I don't know. Let me think of something.
Again, with the guy behind him, I will almost guarantee that Brian is going to raise his trips here. Oh, look at that. Unbelievable. Cold calls. Well,
club.
I
Come on, club.
I can't always be right.
Club. Let me see a club.
You can't always be right. No, it's a deuce.
I wanted him to get what he deserved.
No, well, not. I'm going to try to think about maybe.
All right, you try and.
Why he would have done that after the hand. Problem is I don't think he's going to get paid off at all. And he's not. So he didn't make any extra money. He did cold call. The guy behind him called, but I really do think it's a dangerous way to play that hand. I think maybe he thought he might have been beat, too, on the turn. There was a possibility that he was beat. But he took it down.
I really did have it.
God, these guys, they look so young. Poker players are getting younger and younger all the time. It's a new generation.
Do you in this hand?
Please. You got chips? Somebody got chips? Yeah. I saw how many. Thanks.
That's post or anything like
Yeah,
that?
fine. Raise 30.
Give me the other 100.
Ace king suited, seat 6.
Four-way action. Not anymore. Heads up now, seat 3 and 6. Flop is king 8 deuce. Ace king has the best hand, of course. They both check. 4 of clubs on the turn. Ace king bets 50. 40. And he'll take it down. I notice you're writing down different hands and stuff.
That's right, because I'm going to start writing a conclusion post on 2+2 immediately after the end of each webcast. And I'm writing down hands of interest to me, and that one with the trip kings there is of interest. We also had a guy with an ace-5 offsuit bluff a guy off with kings for a big pot before you got in.
4 plays.
Ace-king-jack, rainbow.
Nice flop. Nobody has any of it.
No. Gets checked around on the flop.
Another ace.
Trying to figure out who's got the best hand right now.
Probably seat 2 with the diamond draw.
Well, with the diamond draw, but
seat 8
seat 8's got 9-eye.
Well, he just
yeah. Well, no one's gonna take it down.
Seat 2.
Seat 2 bet the diamond draw, and he's gonna take it down.
That's Mike. Seat 8 has pocket queens.
Raise 30s.
Raises to 30. Not sure he's going to get any callers. Nope.
I have to say, this has not been one of the most exciting games. We've seen a few hands.
That's true. It's
Blind. Thank you.
Again, I wasn't in here for the 500 last night. Playing Omaha tournament.
How far did you last?
Oh my goodness! You know what? I barely made it past the first break.
Oh gosh.
Actually, I don't even know if I made it to the first break. I think I got knocked out level. Yeah, I got knocked out in level 3. It was just one of those days where.
Remember, I told Tuck if you got knocked out early, you could take my spot.
Yeah. Well, pocket queens here for seat 4. Seat 8, he's got pocket 9s. So it's a $40 raise with queens.
Raise whatever he has left.
And look at this, 8's going to put seat 4 all in.
Says I raise whatever he has left.
Well, he's pretty short stacked, so it's not too bad. Pocket queens is about an 82% favorite here, I believe.
82%.
Yeah.
King 5-4. 8.
Oh,
9.
look
Hits
at
the
that.
river.
Look at that.
Seat 8 takes it down.
Wow.
Seat 4's out of chips again.
Yeah.
What a bad beat for him.
Sorry about that, man. You had me.
How come players always say sorry about that when they're not really sorry? They're happy they take the chips.
I was just looking at his hat. He has a Los Angeles Angels hat on. Which is, seems like a travesty to me, but...
A Los
Los Angeles Angels, yeah.
Where's that Los Angeles Angels at?
Well, they're in Anaheim. It makes a lot of sense, right?
I want to see the hat. I can't see the hat.
Well, I don't think it's any special type of different hat, but...
Seat open on 4, please.
Okay.
Raise 10.
He's going to raise to $10. I don't understand what the action was there. It looked like the big blind somehow raised blind to $10 and didn't get an option. That was strange. But anyways. Deuce 5 ace. Seat 6 is at the best hand with ace 9 offsuit. He's going to bet.
Bet 30.
Pot size is 40, so he bets 30 into a $40 pot. Seat 8's going to call there with a deuce 10, Denny. Bottom pair, back door flush draw. Wow. It's a $100 pot now, and he's hit 2 pairs. He's got 10s up now. 10s and deuces. He's got the Doyle Brunson hand. He's going to bet $40. Boy, that's a very, very difficult hand to put that guy on. Deuce 10 after calling the flop.
Yes, that would be.
So it's a $140 pot. 40 to call, seat 6. Seat 6 has the top pair. His kicker is somewhat marginal. Looks like he's going to call. Now, if I see that, I really do put him on a weak ace, and I'm going to bet an amount that I hope that he calls pretty big on the river. And look at this, he gets counterfeited. Deuce 10 gets counterfeited, and aces has got the best hand. Aces up now. And that might make me call more if I've got a weak ace, because if the guy does have 2 pair, Denny, he's been counterfeited. Pot was about 180, so it's now 255. It's $75 to call a 255 pot. Look at this, he's gonna muck the ace, and he shows it. I don't even know if seat 6 realizes they would have won. That's the dangers of having 2 low pairs there.
Thank you.
I can't believe he didn't call.
Well, you know, one of the things, though, too, is like if you're calling with an ace with a weak kicker and you're wondering if it's good, and the play was a little bit unorthodox there. If the board pairs, you know, it's going to make me want to call even more. Now, if the guy's got a set and he's made a full house, well, fine. But if he has 2 pairs, I have him now.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if it's 2 pairs and you've got an ace and then you've got a high card where if he's just pushing you, trying to push you off with an ace, it's going to be a chop pot. Seat 1 has limped in, it looks like, with ace-queen offsuit. Seat 6 is going to raise. Boy, he's really playing loose now. He's got an ace-6 offsuit. Seat 1's going to call. Well, you would think, you know, seat 1 has a superior hand, Denny, but if the queen doesn't come, you'd think that seat 6 is probably going to be able to bet him off the hand.
8-5 deuce, all spades.
Seat 1's got the queen of spades in his hand, though, so that might make him stick around longer.
75.
So that's 75. Let's see what seat 1, if he check raises here, or if he just calls. Looks like he's going to call. $210 pot now.
9 of diamonds, no help.
9. That's going to give And look at this. Now
Who's
he
got it?
bets. And he bets right now. I was going to say, seat 1's played a little bit tight, weak tight, and he just quickly bets now, and seat 6 mucks. Wow.
Flop the set on me again, huh? No. We got a nice size flush.
I think seat 6 on tilt.
Got a nice size flush.
Look at that. River's an ace. Would have given him both players.
Yeah.
Top pair there.
Boy, somebody needs to clean that rabbit cam.
Looks like we got a new player. We got a new player coming into
Flop the set, flop the
seat
flush.
4. Vic.
You own me right now. I do. It's definitely down to come around.
Vic in seat 4.
Right.
So many people move around, get up, get down. It's like this
Sit open
our
and
table
four,
chart
please.
by the end of the night, Danny. It's a big mess.
Mike from seat 2 just got up.
More writing from me.
Seat 9, do you have his name, the new one?
Kevin.
Kevin?
Right. Kevin in seat 9.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, the karate man. He's actually a pretty accomplished tournament player. I play with him in stud high-low a lot. He's a good high-low player. Seems like he's always stuck in Hold'em, though, when he plays Hold'em.
I thought he was dead, though.
This is a different Bruce Lee. 10-9-3 on the flop. 2 hearts.
Sit open on 4, please.
Brian's won about, looks like maybe $300. That Queen 10. Playing very tight.
Raise 30s.
Seat 6 is raising 30 with King Jack. If I'm seat 1 right now and I've got pocket 6s, I think I come over the top right here.
Great. Ecstatic.
What is your problem, man?
Can't help it.
3 plates.
I could just cough right into the mic.
Seat 1 calls. He didn't raise. And seat 6 is going to have the best hand here. He flops a king. But look at this. He doesn't even bet the king. Turns a 7 now. Very, very passive. And C3 is just going to take a stab at it. He really doesn't have any type of draw.
70s.
He's going to bet 70. Now, if I'm sitting there in seat 6, wow, he mucks. Do I think that the guy wouldn't have bet an ace on the flop there? That's amazing. That's a good play by Brad. Brad takes it down. River's an ace. I think that definitely would have... Brad gives a wry smile to the camera. I think if that ace comes on the river there, I think King Jack wants to call even more, Danny, obviously.
Yeah.
Sit open.
Yep, Party Poker Jackpot is quad 8 speed. Come on, 2 plus 2 is set. Yep.
No wonder I never hit it.
Look at this. Seat 5 has flopped the nut straight. Queen, King, Jack. Tony's got the nut straight. And he's checked it. Seat 8's going to bet. He only has ace high. Seat 4's got 2 pairs here. This is going to be fireworks here, Denny. $50 bet. He raises to 100, it looks like. And now what is Tony going to do? Tony's got the nut straight in seat 5. Let's see what Tony does. Tony's feigning weakness. I don't know how much Tony has in front of him there. The dealer's head's in the way. This might be a case where I want to re-raise because I don't want to lose my action. I don't want that card to come on the flop. It's going to kill all my action. or give somebody a chop pot. So, two pairs of check raised, ace-6. Tony's got the nut straight in between. Now, with this guy, he only has 100 left. I'm pushing all in, and that's what Tony's going to do. And this guy's going to call him. So he's drawing to a full house. He needs to hit a queen or a jack on the turn or on the river. Turns a 4 spades. River's a 3. Tony's going to take it down with a straight. And it looks like Vic is going back into his pocket, Denny. Do you know that feeling?
Oh, yeah. Way too well. Way too well.
Chips, please don't fall.
Between poker and my wife, it's lucky there's any money in that pocket.
And he's buying back in for the maximum. $300.
Chips and fall, please. Give you 100.
Brian's got the king-queen here. Again. Looks like he's going to... Oh, is he going to raise or he's going to limp? Well, he's going to raise. Well, he hasn't played a lot of hands. So you got to figure someone's going to respect him. See, Forrest's got ace-jack suited, though. Vic in the small blind. Looks like he's going to call. So it's heads up between ace-jack suited and king-queen. Now, for Brian's sake, he is in position, so if an ace or a jack doesn't flop, he might be able to take this one down with a bet. Here's the flop. Now, ace, 6, 9.
All diamonds.
All diamonds. It goes check, check. Brian checks right behind the guy. And now Brian picks up a king on the turn. Vic checks the ace again. Turns a 5.
Chips, please don't
Vic
fall.
has the best hand, and now he's going to bet, looks like. Vic in seat 4 is going to bet now. And it might be tough for Brian to lay this down, because it really was played unorthodoxly, Denny. The guy checked the flop and the turn. If he had an ace, wouldn't he have bet that?
Yeah.
And I think if I'm Brian, I'm calling here. And, you know, he's probably going to end up losing the hand, but if you play it back in your head, unless the guy was slow playing a monster, I think I'm probably going to call. Let's see what he does. Ah, he mucks. Well, he's got a read on the guy. He's a smarter man than I am. Just like I said, usually when that thing is checked to you twice, I think maybe he was scared of a weak ace there.
Here, let me... Oh, shit. You can't take this. Does this kill the jackpot?
Chips, please don't fall.
Cannot take it.
Looks like we get about 10 minutes left here, Danny. Time for a few more hands.
Is that time already?
A few more hands. Oh, look at this. We got Peter here in seat 2, another internet guy. He's a part-time prop player here with the bike. I believe he is off tonight. Again, these guys are big limit players, Peter and Brian. I've never even seen Peter play no limit ever on a live table.
Looks like he might have come from a 30-60 game.
Yeah, that's what those brown chips are.
$10 chips.
Yeah. Now, Peter is extremely aggressive. Brian and Peter, I think, are roommates, and Peter is the exact opposite of Brian. Extremely aggressive player.
Brian's getting up.
Looks like Brian's getting up. Extremely aggressive. And, like I said, I don't really know how he plays no limit. I've never seen him play no limit. But he's extremely aggressive in limit play. Deuce 4 queen. C8's flop top pair. But look at this. Seat 6 is going to lead with the 5s.
There.
Let's see what seat 8 does. He's going to raise it up.
Raise 100 more.
Wow. Seat 6 it looks like he's going to call Danny with pocket 5s. This is unbelievable. He was playing well earlier on, and I think he kind of went on tilt a little bit.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't called yet, I'm sorry. Remember, pocket 5's led. He got raised big by ace-queen. shows the queens. Shows the fives, excuse me.
I would have called either way.
And ace queen shows.
With that you would have called.
Unless you went all in, then I would have called.
Rabbit cans 4 spades. It's not going to help anyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd give ace queen 2 pair.
Could also give pocket fives 2 pair.
Sit open and 4, please. Lie, please.
Like I said, I wish that we're going to see Peter play a hand here, because I've never seen him play no limit. Extremely aggressive limit player. I'd love to see what his how his style is in no limit. Well, he's picked up a 3-5 of spades, and he's going to come in. And that hand in limit, you know, I've seen sometimes I've seen him 3-bet with that hand in limits, gap suited connectors and stuff. So 4-way action's a limped pot.
4 play.
He has the best hand. No, excuse me. Seat 4's got king 10. Look at this. He's going to lead right in. Let's see what seat 4 does. He just calls. Flat calls. Oh my goodness. Full house over full house. And see, Peter, you know, he's not gun shy. He's going to continue to push forward with these hands. $75. Now remember, he only bought in for 200, so this guy might push right now, or he just might call. I think maybe a flat call would be in order here, Denny. He's going to call. And you wonder if Peter's going to shut down here on the river. River's an ace. No, he doesn't. He doesn't shut down. I told you, he's not gun shy. And he's going to lose to a higher full house. He's going to be able to go back in and buy in for another 300.
Chips, Nana. Chips.
Pretty aggressive there.
Absolutely. He's a super, super aggressive player. You know, I sometimes wonder if people who are, you know, really specialize in limit play, you know, and at first I didn't realize it too, is that a cold call on a couple of streets, and maybe even in that case, can sometimes represent a raise. I think if I was Peter there, I probably would have shut down on the river and not bet. Well, of course, the case could be made, well, if I was going to check and call anyways, why don't I just bet anyways on the river? But we can debate that one.
2 players.
2 players. 9-6-3, 2 spades.
4 things.
We're going to have to, after this hand, flash to seat 2's window cam. I think he's making a statement right there. Let's see. Yes, he is. There's a statement right there.
Does that money play?
Peter's a funny guy. I think this is going to be our last hand, Danny. It was a pleasure working with you.
Don't worry, you'll get the honor again next week.
Peter has limped in first position.
Press 15.
He's got 1 jack.
That's all he wants to show.
That's what it looks like. The other guy's got ace jack, and ace jack has raised to 15. Peter's calling. So you'd figure ace jack has got Peter dominated. Seat 2. King 9-5. So maybe if Peter's got king jack, well, it gets checked around. You wouldn't think he would have checked top pair. When it gets checked again, turn card's a queen.
Could be jack 10.
It could be jack queen. It could be jack 10. This is a great example of muck.
There it is. It's a 3 of hearts.
No, it's a 3 of hearts, so it's a bluff, and he's going to take it down. That is a great way to play that hand, and that's going to do it for us. Fun final hand. Thanks for joining us at Live at the Bike. Please tune in on Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Tell your friends.
Time For Denny Williams, I'm Bart Hanson. Good night from Live at the Bike.
Good night, everybody.